Hello, dog.
Whoops. Whoops.
All right.
now entering Maximum Driftcast, the only drifting podcast hosted by a Spanish soccer mom, a 30-year-old silver-haired fox going on 60, and finally, a 200-pound bowl of spaghetti with chimichanga arms.
Welcome to Maximum Gridlife Driftcast thing with your very own Nick Swan and Sam.
Ask for a case of claw behind me, not four independent claws.
That's what you get.
Claws.
I'm okay with this.
Ain't no loss when you're drinking claws.
You can't say that.
I just
say
did.
That. There are still laws.
No. Yeah,
there's still laws.
That's against the big law. Yeah.
And especially at Gridlife, there's laws such as don't drink too much claws, don't make it on the track,
don't drink any claws before you're driving.
Don't drink any claws before driving. Definitely don't be a passenger in a car with an open claw in the back seat.
Finish the claw before you get in the car.
Yeah, and that's what we're here to say today. These are a lot of rules and regulations. This is gonna all the rules of Gridlife. That's this entire episode. We got Nick's Swan here, and for this very special episode, Nick, what's your official position at Gridlife once again?
Drift lead.
Oh,
drift lead.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And so he'll butter himself up, then pull his trousers down and run in front of all the cars, and the cars try to catch him.
Yep. No, I just run around the track and they try to catch me. No, it's essentially I help oversee the program. I mean, there's Gridlife's a big machine now, and everybody kind of does multiple things. Since I started with them 4 years ago now, I'm one of the couple to few people that go through the drift applications, and then of course weekend of, day of, I'm on grid. And
you're sending cars. You're making the cars not do bad as much as you can. Yeah. You're telling the drivers to say, stop fucking up if they're fucking up.
Right. And I think one of the cool things about Gridlife, and for anybody that's driven in it or attended it and watched it, they'll know that it's far from just like a drift event. I mean, it's for me, it's the most challenging grid because there's such a wide variety of types of cars. Well, not types of cars. They're all drift cars, but like the level of build, like each car kind of has like a different purpose as far as like the drifting scale goes. And then the driver, as well. Not to say that there is a skill level difference, but at the same time, there's just a different style of driver. There's multiple styles of drivers out there. So, Gridlife Drift is a bit of a drifting melting pot, which is cool. Oh man, did y'all hear that?
You just got to vibrate.
Yeah. Let me.
So what? Yeah.
Do you know if I can go on Do Not Disturb?
I don't know. I don't mess with it. It's fine. It'll be fun.
I'm
just going
to stay up. I'm just going to stay up then. Sorry.
Okay. So the point of the show, we did this is a very special episode, the most special, some might say. We already did our regular show this week, and this is a special ep. Last time we did a special ep with Gridlife, it was the Drift Draft for Midwest. We were kind of announcing who made it into the show. I don't want to call it the show. Who made it into the party as a driver. And the names are already selected for South. So what we're going to do is we're just going to talk to a couple of the boys. And if in case you haven't listened to our show for the past 2 years, our podcast, Gridlife is our favorite, the biggest, the best drift party event in America. And Gridlife South is going down next week at Road Atlanta. They don't call it Road Atlanta. It's Michelin Tire. What do they call it now, Nick?
Michelin Tire Raceway, something like that. Yeah.
Is it sold out?
Still Road Atlanta. I don't know if that venue is able to sell out because of the capacity. But I do know that it's at least for this year and last year it's been the most inquired about Gridlife Festival. I think Road Atlanta itself that appeals to a lot of drivers and spectators. So that's always like the hot one, literally and figuratively. But I think it's going to be. I mean, every year, you guys know, every year we've seen exponential growth. So I'm sure we'll see it again this year.
Well, we're very excited. This is the fourth year.
Road Atlanta. Yep.
Paco and my first Gridlife was the first Road Atlanta, and that was a very special time. Paco and myself, we helped MC the drift portion of the event with Giroud Sandstorm.
We were just baby MCs then. It was kind of like
now we're all big boy MCs.
Yeah.
Well, funny thing is I'm not much. I haven't been around Gridlife much longer than you guys. My first year at Gridlife was the year of Road Atlanta. I did the Midwest Festival that year. That was my first Gridlife. So we're one event apart. We're almost twins.
Oh,
yeah.
That explains why we look alike so much. No,
I agree. I mean, you're very handsome.
Sam, what happened to your eyes? Wait, what?
It was making me nauseous to have my beta blockers on and my glasses. So I did learn about these the last Gridlife thanks to my best friend Corby Hosfords, who's not joining us today he's not here yet. He might show up. He's working on his car, getting ready for Gridlife. As I mentioned, Paco and I are the Drift MCs along with Jared Deanda, and Corey's out there throwing his dick all over the track. And so we're going to talk to some drivers and see what they got to say. But first, let's mention a bunch of the big names that we already know are going. We're going to have Von Gittin Jr., Chris Forberg, Ryan Tjark, Frederick Osbo. I'm excited to see him at this one. Chelsea Denofa, Ryan Littoral. He scares me. Riley Sexsmith. I'm very excited to see that baby boy again. Corey Hawthorne, Nate Hamilton, George K., Kelsey Rawlings. Is it Kelsey or Chelsea? Kelsey. Yeah.
It's Kelsey Denofa.
Yeah.
Kelsey Denofa,
I mean, I know Chelsea it's Kelsey.
That was a past.
For some reason, I thought that it was like a soft K. It was like a CH.
No, it's a hard ass K.
So it's like Halsey?
Geoff Stonebeck, Tom O'Gorman. Who's Tom O'Gorman? Is he a drifter? Or is he
Tom O'Gorman, Tomo. Day one Gridlife, but he's actually not a drift driver. He's going to be doing. He drives for like factory Honda stuff. He was the one driving.
He was
Rally
the
Passport.
Civic.
He was drifting a Civic.
Yeah, he was a Civic.
He was in the drift session.
Running all the shots. And then it says Jared Deanda is out there, and then it says Greg Bussell? ? And it's funny that this flyer was made before he did get hit by a car.
Yeah, shout out to Greg. I don't know if he's watching live or not. We'll see it later. But
I miss you,
for anybody that's watching, like I said in the post, if you pray, you pray. If it's vibes and thoughts, whatever, send them. Greg was hit by a car Monday night, Tuesday night?
I sent some sarcastic remarks his way. Does that help?
Oh, same. Yeah, 100% same.
Cool.
I wanted to say something about, like, I'm glad he was wearing a helmet, but it doesn't matter. There's nothing up there. Like, he could, if his head took the blow, he'd be in better shape. But unfortunately, his collarbone broke.
I've got one of them. My left one from the same thing.
Oh, yep.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So that's
Man.
that's not from getting hit by a car on my fixie, but that did happen once. This one was from riding way too drunk on my fixie, racing someone down the street, and then a parked car was in front of me that I did not see because I had my head down to be fully aerodynamic.
Right.
And then I saw it the last minute, swerved, and then flew off my bike, and then hit my collarbone against a curb. So, and that's the fun part about collarbone injuries, as I'm sure Greg has learned, is that when you go to the doctor, they're like, "Yeah, that looks pretty broken."
Yeah.
Anyways,
here's some meds. Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck. But you were recovering from some.
I was actually in a parked car, and I saw a drunk dude on a fixie bombing down the hill, and I tried to jump out of the car, and he hit me. So Midwest, I was injured and dealing with it, and now the tables have turned, and it'll be Greg this time. So
I can't wait to give him a big, strong hug.
Yeah.
But,
If you guys are in the chat, please smash that F to pay respect for Greg's collarbone and his fixie bike.
Yeah, he had a beautiful Sinelli fixie frame. You fixed
dream bike,
dude. This is
of all the bikes he owns.
This is like Kevin. This is like Kevin all over again. Like in this case, instead of Kevin, it's Greg's bike.
Shout out to Kevin.
Yeah, let's do one for Kevin real quick. I've got my wine claw here. Kevin was my drone that was taken violently away from us at Gridlife, Colorado.
He had a good run.
He had a good run for a day.
A little bit of time I spent with Kevin, I learned one thing, and that was that we're here for a good time, Sam, not a long time.
And also
I'm here for a long time, not a good time. That was my saying over the weekend. Saying over the weekend. I'm like, hey Sam, here's a White Claw. I'm like, I'm here for a long time, not a good time. I'm gonna just have. I know I'm gonna have at least 20 today. I better slowly not have 5 before noon.
Also, never.
At least on Friday. Saturday is another day.
Yeah, never take your Kevins for granted because you never know when they're gonna be taken away from you.
But Dustin Millard, Crop Dustin, Corey's partner in crime, he is pretty much finished up my new Kevin, Big K 2.0. So I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm into that, yeah.
Do you want to get our first call lined up, Puko?
Let's do that. Well, Brian, Big Balls Brian is in the control room, which, by the way, he was at Gridlife, Alpine Horizon.
Yeah, that was his first one. What was how would you summarize Gridlife in one word, Brian? You can do more, but first, what's the one word you would say Gridlife is about?
I would say it is.
That's already 3. That's already 5 words. One word.
Vibe.
Yes.
Cool.
That's
now tell me the
nailed
rest
it.
of the words. What was
play the claps, Brian, please. There you go.
Vibe. We need the sound effects.
We only got 2. We need more.
All right.
We're off to a much more serious start this episode than we were on the last one.
Well, the problem is
I was already crying.
My voice board doesn't work well for some reason.
Well, it's okay. I mean, just let the claws work their way inside you.
Yeah.
And let its magic happen.
Classic Paco line.
It's more organic.
Before we get the first boy on the phone or girl on the phone, Brian, what was you were a Gridlife virgin? What did you take away from your first Alpine Horizon?
The incredible amount of positivity that just was every day, every moment there. Everybody was just super cool and just had a great time. It wasn't even a hint of any issues that I saw when I was there, and it just felt like an awesome getaway. It was just an awesome party getaway for a while. All the cool things you want, music, drift cars.
Brian, that was the first time you and I got like IRL hang time.
Yeah, that's right. We got. I did some. Joey Plekas and I did some video footage out there while I was there. I was mostly just running around with him shooting video, but we got to sit down with some of the Gridlife members, the staff, and interviewed most of them. And we got a cool story coming up with a video for that.
That's awesome. Yeah. Let's call up our first Victim.
I'm working on it.
Let's get him on the line.
Sorry, Brian.
He can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time, Sam.
Let's talk about some of the bands. Friday, we're going to have Twister, the movie, playing.
Yeah.
So that's Helen Hunt and who
Bill
is the male lead in that? Bill Paxton. And
a beautiful,
was in it.
And the beautiful Dodge Ram truck.
So that's going to be playing Friday night. That's the headliner. We're going to climax into the Vortex at the very end was the plan. And then there's Xavier Wolf. So what this is you remember the X-Men who come in. I mean,
yeah, true.
We've all seen the X-Men. And Xavier Wolf is the actual wolf.
Is he the one that was in the wheelchair?
Yeah, he was the wolf in the wheelchair. Not to be confused with the wolf on Wall Street.
Right.
He was the wolf in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a good one. And then Shredders. What this is a cosplay group that only does Shredder from Ninja Turtles.
Yes. Okay. Perfect.
So that
would be cool. Yeah.
It's just going to be a couple hundred Shredders. And then I think next year we're trying to secure the Spider-Men.
Yes.
So there's going to be more than the one.
I wonder if the Splinters would be available. We could do like a Splinters v Shredders.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like the Master Senseis of good and evil.
That sounds like a spicy time. I think that there's a technical situation because Paco is out of the chair. The camera is only on the chair.
No,
but hopefully that's sorted out. In the meantime, we can keep reading names. Plus More looks like they're also going to be playing Friday. Plus More.
Okay. Plus More. I think there's a lot of people in that group.
Yeah, it's a boy band, but it's made up of every boy that is at Gridlife. So it's kind of like a nice.
It's like improv night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then Saturday there's Flostradamus. And
Flostradamus is actually the dinosaur they're going to feature in the next Jurassic World film.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's also promoting dental health.
Yeah.
True. Well, the dinosaur actually has
dental health dinosaur.
Really good teeth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can they see me?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Whoa, why are you yelling?
Is it loud?
It's a little loud. Brian, how is his lebs?
Man.
We can't see you though. Is there a camera on?
Can you see me? Hang on.
Yeah, you're a little loud.
Yeah, you could take your microphone out of your mouth to start.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
What's up?
Who's this beautiful gentleman?
Hold
This
on,
is way past his bedtime.
Before we keep talking,
Not.
before we keep talking, are these levels insane? Are we
Yeah, no,
blowing
that's
out the
fine.
eardrums?
You're good.
Is it good?
All right. Just making sure. In chat, if the levels are hurting your little baby ears, let us know. We'll fix it. Because this guy can't stop yelling.
Yeah.
Am I good?
Who
Yeah.
are you and why did you come onto our show yelling full force?
Yeah.
I am Matt Schulman, and I talk loud. I'm sorry.
All right, calm down. Calm down, Matt. There's no need for violence here today. We're all friends.
Yeah. I'll be silent.
All right, thank you.
So what's
All
up, Matt? Let's.
No, hold on.
talk about you.
He said he's gonna be silent. Let's go back to what we were talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
let's
I'll
not
just listen and
we'll
watch.
pretend like he's not even here. Yeah.
Matt,
So anyways,
we're just finishing up talking about Flostradamus, who's going to be playing on Saturday night, and what he is he's the dinosaur from Jurassic Park and Land Before Time. I heard he's doing a crossover, and he also promotes dental health, which is kind of nice. So he's got perfect squared off teeth. They're not even Sharpie dino teeth. They're
like, do you remember the teeth from Jim Carrey's The Mask when he had the green face, like the big tall? It's that smile, but on like a velociraptor. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that sounds wonderful.
But not a green face, Matt. Don't be an idiot. This is Hollywood.
Right.
God.
Damn it. And then there's Soldier Boy, and we got to support the troops. So thank you for coming out, Soldier Boy. After we fill you up with claws, you're gonna be a Soldier Man.
Yep.
And then Black L A Ack. Do you know what this one is, Nick?
Black-a-lack.
North Kakalaka. It's Black-a-laka.
Oh, it's actually no. It's just one of those backwards names. It's Calicalb.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. So all seriousness though, Soldier Boy, is he gonna Superman me?
Wait, is he in jail?
Yeah.
Okay.
I better Google this.
Yep. No, he's out.
He's clean? All right.
He must be.
My boy Soldier is on the streets, back where he belongs. Well, not he belongs on the streets, but like he's back at it. He's back on his grind.
Okay, so I just Googled it. Soldier Boy in jail is what I Googled. And there's a story from July 16th of this year. It says, Soldier Boy released from jail and immediately sued for skipping gig. So,
Dude, he's like, put me back. Put me back, dude.
So hopefully this is not a news story from the future. Hopefully he does not skip this gig. But I'm excited to see Soldier Boy. I don't know anyone else, but I'm sure I'll know them after.
For Xavier Wolf and Flostradamus for sure, though.
Yeah. So Floss is actually they go pretty far back with like the core like Gridlife homies. I know Stuart is close to him. Chris Stewart goes to a lot of the shows and.
Oh yeah, they played Gridlife before.
Yeah. So and Cone reminded me of that. I shared the Flostradamus announcement yesterday and. Cone chimed in and he goes and he reminded me that I guess they played one of the first festivals or one of the other events. So it's really cool to have them back, especially at what stands to be, one of the higher attendance festivals we've done.
Yeah, this is going to be an awesome
I'm excited.
musical.
Yeah, I'll be in bed by 10.
Yeah.
No, you won't. You'll be with Pat drinking White Claws, going crazy.
Dude,
you know it.
No, you ain't been around me at Gridlife, Schulman. You don't know. I'm
all right. You're probably tired.
My call time's 7:30 next weekend.
Oh, okay.
Matt, what do you drive? Did we have you on the show last time? I forget.
No, it's my first time on the show.
Welcome. What do you
and
drive?
This will be Schulman's first Gridlife, I believe.
Correct.
Right, Matt?
It will be.
No
well,
way.
not first time driving. I've been the past 3 years to Atlanta for sure.
Okay.
Awesome.
So it's my third year. Yeah, fourth year. I don't know what it is. One of those years, but first time driving. I drive a 1JZ S13 with a 3076, 400 horsepower. I just got it caged like last week. I just finished painting it like an hour ago.
Nice, because
cool.
you're gonna need it.
You gotta have it. Yeah.
Yep.
That's new Gridlife rules. Not new, but new this season, right? Because before you would kind of allow a little leniency, but now that you guys are going 100 miles an hour or 130 or 40 if you're Chris Forsberg going down the hill, cages, I would say are a good idea when you're initiating drift at 100 plus miles an hour.
Yeah,
but what do I know?
I heard I got accepted and I was like, oh god, I need a cage. And I got a cage in like 2 weeks. I had it all planned out like a backup plan. If I don't get accepted, I'm not gonna do it. If I do, I'm just gonna do it. So I got it done, I got it back. But I work with LZ on the FD team and full time, so like I got back from St. Louis and I had to get it painted quick. So I just got it done like an hour ago. and then tomorrow's assembly, and then this weekend's dialing in the car, like alignment, and going over like that, make sure everything's perfect.
Is
cool, man.
Lizard Xylophone? No, it's an
No,
X.
he's not driving.
So many names.
I think he's just a big Led Zeppelin fan.
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin. Why did I never think of that one? When he was on our podcast last, I thought for like a week of all the LZ names I can come up with, and I used them all in that show.
Really? And you didn't do a Led Zeppelin?
I didn't do Led Zeppelin. That's low hanging fruit. I should have got that.
Yeah.
early.
Are you guys hiring? Do you need like a content writer or something like that?
Yes. We can't. The pay is nothing, and the work is everything.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, right. Okay.
So how do we identify your car out there? What you done?
It is a red S13 bumperless, but I'm making sure I have bumper on for Gridlife because have to look good.
Please, Nick, you caught Nick's attention.
Yeah, I know. But
I mean, you can rip off the bumper on your first run, and that's fine. But
just show up to grid with it,
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Hopefully the car stays cool. Jay-Z's get hot, but it should be fun. But,
good. What do you expect out of this, Matt? Like, what do you expect, like from because you've been to Gridlife as crew and homie, but like now as a driver, do you have like similar expectations, or do you like expect like a different?
Like last year, I had a few ride-alongs, and I know what to expect, but the level of like track to I'm used to driving, like OSW, is going to be a big jump for me. But like I'm not worried about it because like I'm pretty confident in my driving that I'll be able to adapt quickly and like kind of step the game up to like everybody else, But other than that, like I'm not nervous. I'm just really excited. I'm like almost antsy. I want to go right now.
Yeah, you got that nervous excitement. That's the best excitement. Yeah. But just the only tip I can give is just don't go in the kitty litter at the beginning of the session and ruin it for everyone.
I'm gonna try and follow someone, like not close, but like follow someone who's driven the track before, very good driver, and just kind of like figure out the line the first few sessions, and then kind of go off mine after that.
I'd say go 110% first run out.
If you do find yourself on course for the kitty litter, drop a gear and go hard into the kitty litter so you're safely into the kitty litter.
Yeah,
and like keep running track because I'm not coming to get you. Dude.
I know you.
And then, but also,
yeah,
if you can time it, so obviously your body panels are going to be spewed about the kitty litter if you go in there. But just what you want to do is get out of your car and start picking up the panels to help the safety crew at the end of the session, so that way they don't have to pick them up. Nick's shaking his head no. Nick's shaking his head. I have
KBD. It doesn't explode. It flops.
Yeah, it just flops around. Just watch itself up.
That'll save some time.
No, and the good news for everybody listening, and you MaxCast told me. So Matt and I have worked together. So Tyson Raw, shout out to Tyson, brings me down 3 times a year for OSW drift events, and I believe it was Black Friday drift last fall. Schulman and I were working together. He was helping me on grid, so he's super familiar with the way I operate and the way I run things. So I think it's going to make you transitioning from like hang out homie in the past to like driving.
I'm really excited.
So I am too.
That's awesome, man. What? How long have you been driving?
About 2-ish years, something like that. So
he started driving when he was 14.
Yeah. I kind of just gained on pretty quick, like being around Adam and like Matt the Ginge and all them, like watching them drive. I'm a very visual learner, and I kind of figured it out pretty quick and got really into it. And I also learned from working every day with drifting with LZ and stuff. So
yeah, sure,
that helps a lot.
It's a fast school. What did you do? What did you think of? I haven't been to most of the drift rounds this year, unfortunately, but I was pumped to see that Adam qualified first, but then got knocked out in 16, which is kind of shitty.
It happens, but we're stoked. Like, it's our first year, so like every stop is going to be a challenge in different ways. So first stop was second stop was better, third stop was pretty good to qualify first as a team.
Yeah,
so it was really fun and really cool to like experience that.
Yeah, but
so Adam, if you're watching or listening, or even later, I'm telling you, go to Texas and win now.
Yeah,
qualified first. You've been proved. Go to Texas and win.
That's all you have to do, man.
Yep. That's all you got to do. Just show up.
That easy, dude. Don't even worry.
Idiots, what are you guys doing so wrong?
Don't sweat it. Oh shit! You wanted me to.
It's all my fault.
You wanted to win this one? Oh, cool. Yeah, I could do that.
That's all I tell Dirk. I'm like, yo, just shut up, dude. Just go out there and win.
Yeah.
He would if it wasn't for that goddamn Osbo and Dean and Check.
Those dudes.
those dudes. I've been trying to get them out to Gridlife. No, Osbo was going to be there, but
I would love to have the whorehouse guys come out. Yeah,
craziness.
The whorehouse.
Yeah, I call them the whorehouse guys. Yeah, I would love to have them.
Just drive the shit in the crap. Can we curse on this or no?
Yeah, no.
Fuck no,
fuck
dude.
no, fuck no, dude.
And fuck you for thinking that you can't say that.
But anyway, they don't care. They just drive the share on anything they drive. So like them not competition is probably wild.
I also had the pleasure of we stayed at the same hotel in Texas last year. And the big old one just directly across from the track.
Yeah,
and
I go there every year. Yeah.
And after like Saturday, I went back there after we had already been to a bar or something, and Dean and Peter were already deep in it, and then we had some good laughs with the drunkest Polish man I've ever seen.
Yeah, they get crazy. Andy Seehausen, our team manager, crew chief, he told me some stories that they get pretty wild. So
have you seen the photo of the naked Polish boy on the middle of a track?
No. But I heard about it. I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, it does exist.
That's crazy.
All right, last question. Hold on. I don't have my questions pulled up here. In the meantime, tell us.
I'm looking at your car right now. What power plant do you have in it?
First of all, how do we find you on Instagram so I can scope your car a little bit?
My Instagram is Matt Schulman, MATTSHUL. It has 4 N's. SHULMMANNNNN.
That's 4 times 4 N's.
Yeah, 4
that's
N's. Yeah. So
Quattro Niñas.
That's 12. That's 12 N's total.
Yeah.
Perfect.
See, I thought Swan with 2 N's was weird, and then I met this dude, and I was like, all right, we got to keep that around for something.
So I googled it, and it went to a guy named Matt Stefanina, who's verified as 3.6 followers. He's got some abs, and he twerks with girls.
That's not me.
It's not.
Are you sure that's not
Matt,
you though?
Matt twerks with dudes.
Oh, okay.
Matt twerks with dudes. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. That's fine.
Yeah, it's 2019. Swan, stop being prejudiced.
Get on board. No, I'm not prejudiced. I'm just spelling it out so everybody can play it out, dude.
What kind of power plant do you have in that red rocket?
It's 1JC non-BBTI with 3076 CDO9. Typical JZ stuff, like 400 horsepower.
That's a great kit. That's a good setup, dude. I'm a big fan of like JZs and CDs. So
and it's got the dimple, the gusset plate on the top. That's how you know it's legit. It's got the gusseted plug cover.
Yeah, I blew my trans, my RM54, and while I had the engine out in trans, I redid the whole engine bay, refreshed the engine. I made it look really nice. But
yeah, it looks clean.
Thank you.
All right.
Matt, you want to give a shout out to anybody or partners or team or crew?
For sure. So I got a new wheel sponsor for this year or Gridlife. Kansai Wheels hooked me up.
Cool.
Sent me some wheels, brand new wheels. They look really good.
Which model did you get?
Helped me out. I got the tandems in Hyper Silver.
Cool. Yeah, I just got mine.
Really
I just got a set of tandems too. I was talking to
sick.
Kansai's going to be there. They'll be at South. So we set that up, and I believe Sempac's going to be there. So if those guys are listening, shout out to them. I just got my set of tandems as well. So that's cool.
Awesome.
Car look good.
Cool.
All right. So last question here. This is from question asker Tony Abalone. He says, "True or false? You still play with dolls?"
False.
Okay.
Wait, who we asked? Oh, is that a friend of yours?
No, it's from the internet. Nick, maybe this one's for you. True or false? Do you still play with dolls?
Okay, well, define doll. Define doll.
Like action figures are not dolls. Okay.
No, guys.
Maybe I can find another one here. Let's see. There is. Let's do. It's a good one. This one's from Cher. She says, "When was the last time you ate meatballs without spaghetti?"
Oh my God! Tonight.
No way!
Swear to God, in my life.
That is
there
insane.
It is.
I'm not even joking. My friend's in another room right now, and my friend's girlfriend made us dinner, and she brought us out playing meatballs out when we were working on my car. And literally, I swear to God, this happened tonight.
There it is.
All right.
Wait.
That's weird.
Obviously, this show is a hoax.
This is a complete
hoax.
dude. All right.
All right, man. We got to shut it down,
yeah,
man.
Thanks.
All
We're
right.
gonna start from the top.
Thanks for coming on. We'll see
Yep.
you. We'll see you on the
Good luck.
See you
grid.
next week.
You
But
guys. Bye.
Bye, Matt. By the way,
Man.
while you guys are rambling, ABAP Garage on the super chat, he's asking us, when are you all going to announce the drivers? Ain't no loss.
we just did.
Hey, hold on,
Guys,
hold
be
on,
patient.
stop,
Sorry,
stop.
sorry,
You
sorry.
are stop being rude.
Wow.
His question is not done. Let's respect him. ABAP Garage. When are you all going to announce the drivers? Ain't no laws when drinking clause.
Again, ABAP,
Yeah.
I can't stress this enough.
Shoutouts on board. Yeah.
There are laws.
There's a one, yeah, like we talked about, there's one major law, and we can't say
Mhm.
what he said.
Yeah, that's the law. You can't say
Yeah.
the claw law. That's
Yeah.
claw law number one.
Yeah, that's claw law. Oh,
Nick, did you email the full list of drivers so we can call them out and tell interesting backstory?
Paco should have it. Paco, if
hold on.
You forward it off.
Now again, Paco, what I was going to try to tell you before we
Yes.
started the show, there's two tabs. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll see like a second round. There's so at the bottom of the document or
Opening
of the
right
sheet,
now, yeah. And
there's two tabs.
ooh.
Man.
The second tab says 815.
Yeah, so that was like second round. So there's 2 pages, different drivers on each page, totaling. I think we approved close to 40 because, and I want to harp back on Sam, what you were talking about earlier with all the guest pro drivers. Not to say
we say it very loosely.
Loosely, because a lot of them are Formula Drift pros, but some of them are professionals in other countries. Some of them are just recurring Gridlife homies, professional Gridlife drivers. I don't even mind calling them. And I hope that I'm not jumping the gun here, but I think I confirmed with Gridlife staff, Bagsy Boy's coming.
Yes.
We've heard rumors.
Bagsy Boy out.
Which I asked you to get him on this show, and then you refused to. That's a strike
No,
one for Nick.
I did not. No, I was not responsible for pro stuff.
I
dude. I got all
know.
the homies.
We're gonna talk to Bagsy on our pod shortly after.
So everybody,
But yeah,
everybody in the list is confirmed, right?
Correct. Yeah, those are all paid
Did you
registered
forward
drivers.
Did you forward me the list?
I'll forward it to you right now. And in the meanwhile, I can say that
Let's get our next guest on the phone, and then we'll
these-
talk to them, and then
like
we'll.
I said, they're mostly East Coast, so let's get them out.
Yeah,
before we get to
I want to.
Perez.
We can hit the drivers at the end or in between, but let's get our next guest going.
well, we can get some drivers in between. So I guess
Nope, I just said how it's got to be, Paco. We got to call people.
That's how it is, Paco.
Yeah, I'm saying it
That's
takes.
the law because we're drinking claw.
That's the law because Nick has a claw. No,
I
but
mean,
the East Coast boys got to get to bed.
That's more like the
I
Swan. That's more like the Swan law. I mean, I respect Swan law. I was raised properly. Okay.
That was a good one, right?
So looks like it's ringing.
Let's see if we got them. I don't even know who this is either. I mean, I know our
It's
list,
surprising and fun for all of us.
Yeah, I like it. Let's see. Oh, there
Wow.
it is. Thick Rick.
Thick Rick. Ooh.
Thick Rick. Oh man.
I'm sorry, Rick, about these guys.
Did we interrupt your game?
No, you're cool. You're cool.
Okay, that is, and I think I used to have that headset, but man,
Is that Turtle Beach?
That's a Turtle Beach headset. I know
That's
one when I
Turtle
see
Beach
one,
for
dude.
sure.
I don't know. It's just some kind of like knockoff type deal.
Oh,
but
dude, go on, give him a shout out, dude. Give him a shout out, dude. If you're sponsored, give him a shout.
Would you also can you just like turn? Can you turn your phone sideways because we can only see like a sliver of you? There you go.
Yeah.
There he is.
Is
There
it
he
level?
is.
Good.
Are you in your closet? Oh, the family's gone to bed. You got a little game. You have like a little game like dungeon set up in your closet. It's like,
Nick.
last year's.
So initially, I thought that when you showed me Nick on that screen, I thought that was a poster of Nick.
I was about to say. I thought it was like my poster of me. I was like, dude, I'm so flattered and kind of creeped out. But whatever, I'll roll with it.
How are his levels okay? It sounds kind of.
Yeah, if you can separate your microphone a slightly little bit. There you go. Try again.
Echo.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, much better. Such a
Sweet.
beautiful voice, Thick Rick.
It's a very
Thick Rick.
thick and throaty voice.
Dude, Sicker and Thick Rick, man.
AKA Richard Hickson. Why do they call you Thick Rick?
I'm not sure exactly.
That was so much.
Perfect. That's a good nickname. Don't worry about it.
Thick Rick, how do I find you on Instagram so I can stalk your shit?
Hashtag Thick Rick Drifting.
Or your username is at Thick Rick Drifting, right?
Yeah, but the hashtag is actually unique and has never been used before, so that was kind of cool.
Well, I hope not. That would be weird if Thick Rick Drifting had been used before.
Thick Rick driving this sick BMW at Gridlife.
Yeah, bringing out the '89 E30.
And I'm gonna go on and call it out right now to everyone attending Gridlife Drift next week. The MVP spot right now, Thick Rick owns it. Oh man, sorry.
What do you mean? What do you mean he owns the MVP spot?
Dude,
he's already in.
Dude, he's already in. Again, just a little backstory. We shared the same story on the Drift Draft for Midwest. Old Richard here snuck in under the radar for South applications and approvals last year, and registered with a car that I was uncomfortable with, and it was in no way. It had no business being at Road Atlanta on track.
Which car?
Actually, Richard, tell us about your car. Like, I want you to describe your car and then list the modifications, please.
So it's basically just like a stock 1989 BMW 325 IS.
Sick.
But it has like everything removed from the engine except for the alternator. So it's like, E-fan converted, no power steering, no AC, just straight motor, like a go-kart.
So going back, like we just talked to Matt Schulman from Orlando, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, 1J 3076, like CD kit, cage." And you're like, "Yeah, dude, like stock E30. I took my power steering pump off. It doesn't have a radio. It's the model with the crank window, so it's a little bit lighter. And I run like 60 pounds of pressure in the like." It's so funny, the modifications. and when you checked in last year, first off, I was upset because I thought a road race driver was pitting in the drift pits. I was like, "Yo, you got to go."
Hilarious.
And you said, "No, dude, I'm drifting." And then I got even madder because I was like, "How the hell are you here?" And damn, if you didn't like, just complete foot and mouth, dude. Such a performance, such a production. The little E30 that could, with a great driver. I'm not gonna. I mean, I can't credit the car. It's a stock E30. It's all you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dude, I've got to prevent like Thick Rick wannabes in the future. I can't have these things sneaking in. So, for safety reasons too, not just power stuff. You do fine with the car, but it's the.
But you let him in again.
He caged his car to drive this year.
I contacted Top Garage.
Yeah, so Top Garage. So Richard, where are you out of? What area?
So I'm actually like 15 minutes from Road Atlanta, over in Auburn, Georgia.
So everybody from Gridlife, this is an open invitation to go to Thick Rick's house on Sunday. We're having a big barbecue, family style. Just bring what you want to drink, and they'll handle the rest.
Where are you? You're an Atlanta native, Richard?
I originally grew up here, but I moved out to Texas right before my 21st birthday. And then I moved back right before Gridlife 2017, which I actually spectated that one.
Awesome. And then you snuck under the radar, and now you're official.
Yeah, they hooked up with all the NRG goodies, coming back out and ready to rip that track, man.
That's awesome, man. I can't wait to see you out there. Rick, we have a couple questions from some very, very confused fans. This one's from William
Butthole.
William Butthole III. What's something you prefer to do nice and slow? Nick just spit out his claw.
Sleep.
My man. Solid answer, dude. Yeah. And the survey says
Trick
never asked.
Trick question passed.
And then you answered correctly, thank you. And then we got one more here, and then we'll let you go into the night. This one's from Steve Buscemi. Thank you, Steve Buscemi, for being a fan of the show.
And thank you for Armageddon, Steve Buscemi. You were great.
Thank you for Armageddon. Also, he was a firefighter, and he went and helped the 9/11. Yeah. Good for Steve. Nick, that's like your fourth claw? I'm jealous. I goofed it. That's
I just want to point out Nick's strategical seating right next to right next to the fridge.
No,
Yeah.
100%, dude. This
I mean,
is,
that's not an accident.
it's game changing. Like we have our studio fridge is in the control room, not behind us where it should be.
Right.
So I can always
well,
learn.
You know how most people, gauge their apartments or houses by like 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just bought a 1 kitchen apartment. So.
That's all that matters, right?
Where does Thick
From
Rick?
my man Thick Rick, yep.
Where does Thick Rick keeps his claws? Inside the Beamer, center console.
This isn't Steve Buscemi's question. This is actually from Delilah. She asked, "Where does Thick Rick keeps his claws?"
Yeah.
In the cooler.
In the cooler. That's a good answer.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Rick, you are on fire with these answers. 100% correct rate so far.
Yeah.
All right, Rick,
You're getting thicker, by the way. It's yeah.
Wow, Paco, that's kind of.
I think it's a mustache. I think it's a mustache.
Friendly.
Yeah.
How could you be thick in a Ricker though?
There it is, dude.
I
That's
think-
3 for 3.
I think he's getting Ricker, not thicker.
Thicker Richter.
He's the rickiest Rick I know.
He's the rickiest Rick I know, dude.
In a quick homage to Corey, are you thicker than a Snicker?
I don't know.
That's correct. Once again.
Ding, ding, ding,
that's
ding.
it. Yeah, that's a perfect score tonight. Yeah, good job.
All right, this is a good one from Steve Buscem. Last question. And Steve asks, when was the last time your favorite food was fish?
Never.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Rick. That is incorrect. Please return to the audience. We appreciate everything you've done, but you're going to walk away empty-handed. Nick, actually, could you send him one of them empty claw cans as a consolation prize?
Yeah, I'm actually going to sign this one for you and bring it to you next weekend.
That sounds very nice.
But there will be a full one accompanying it, so.
Okay, cool.
Well, thank you for your time, Rickard. We appreciate you sneaking in last year and trying to break Gridlife for Nick and causing him more stress, but we're happy that this year you're legit.
This is my favorite sneak attack ever, Rick.
Yeah.
Somebody had to do it.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you.
All right, bud. We'll see you in a week.
See you on the
Right.
I remember the first time we saw Thick Rick on track. I think he still had air conditioning, full stereo, leather seats.
No.
Yeah. What do you mean?
That thing was bare bones, and the reason it's and I'm not saying this to argue, but we went back and looked at his application. The funny thing about it is, so for any driver that's ever applied for Gridlife, so it's a pretty simple form. It's first last name, address, email, and this car info, and so 99.9% of the times when the drivers list their modifications, it's kind of like Schulman's was. It's a swap, it's a turbo, it's LS or LQ, heads, cam, whatever. Like it's in a quote the horsepower. Dude, Hickson literally, I think he listed like fresh oil change, like rotating balance. Like it was all basic service. And I was like, how did this dude get in? And it was a bug. It was a bug in the ticketing system at the time, where he slipped in. When he went to apply, went on and approved him automatically, and he's like, "Cool, I'm in." And
that is a beautiful.
Dude, that was
It turned out great. I mean, that was we could say it was divine intervention. It was meant to happen.
It was, and honestly, and I've told I went to Richard last year at South. Like I think it was after Friday. It was the end of the day Friday, so it was after the first day. And I said, Gridlife's not a competition, but you found a way to win it. Like he completely changed my mind. And I get a lot of shit from drivers about being aggressive and being confrontational, but I want to run a good show. I want drivers to get seat time, so I'm very strict on grid and throughout the drivers meetings. And so I think he was taking me very seriously when I approached him and told him that he found a way to win. And honestly, like, I announced on my personal page. We didn't do a Gridlife announcement, but I announced on my personal Facebook page that we were going to mandate cages for 19, and I got a lot of shit for it. And he said nothing and just went and caged his car, and he drove Midwest and shredded, and he's back for South, dude. He's a homie now. Anywhere we are, he's got a spot to drive for sure.
All right, let's call the next person. So I Googled White Claw merchandise because I want to show up kitted to
Yes,
South,
please.
of course. There's some good ones on Etsy. There's Chucky Finster from Rugrats. Remember Chucky, right?
Yeah, I remember Chucky.
One of the Ginger Clan. I'm sure he's your favorite, Nick.
Yeah.
There's a one that's just the shirt. It's a white shirt with Chucky Finster holding a White Claw. Like,
Perfect. Yep.
I don't know why or how.
I'm into it.
I might need that. And
Oh,
then
he's
there's the one
grown
that's a
up
big
now.
There's a big tapestry. It's like an 8-foot wall tapestry, white background, and then the big blue bold upper all caps lock letters. Bad day to be a White Claw.
Yo, that's your boy. That is your boy.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Surprise me with something. If you're gonna find yourself online doing some shopping, surprise.
Yeah, get you stuff. Is that what you're asking
please.
for?
Yeah, just deck me out.
There's a lot of Ain't No Laws shirts, unfortunately.
I mean, that one, it came and, came and went pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yo, so
Like
while
the
we
loss,
dial up
the
next
loss
guest,
cut off
yo,
right away.
Did you guys hear the story about like why that official
Kind
shirt
of.
from that person that coined that phrase doesn't exist?
No.
All right, so I'm gonna ballpark everything.
I
here.
know
I'll
the
make it
dude.
short.
I know not personally know the dude, but what's the name of the Instagram bro that does the funny videos?
Trevor Wallace.
Yeah.
Trevor Wallace. Yeah.
So Trevor Wallace, okay, he releases that like White Claw, spoof video, and within a week, of course, like everybody shares it, and everybody's like tagging me and some other like Claw.
Yeah, I got
members in it.
tagged at least 20 times.
Same, and so anyway, like within a week or two, he's like, "Yo, so I'm gonna capitalize on this. I'm gonna make this Ain't No Laws When You're Drinking Claws like shirt or whatever." And I don't remember the day. I don't remember the date, but I do remember the day that it went on sale because I was getting tagged in it, and people were like, "Oh, I'm totally buying this." And then so the next day, he released a video saying it was like a very like real video. He's like, "Yo, dude, like thank you guys for all your support. I was really excited when I woke up because the T-shirts were pre-order only, and I think he sold. Okay, so
All of
I'm
them.
guessing. Let's just say that let's just say his shirts cost $25 a piece. They might have cost more or less, who knows? But let's say $25 a piece. He sold over 7,000 pre-sale, and that's well into six figures.
Yeah.
And right behind his like notification of how many shirts he sold was the letter from the lawyer saying you can't do this. So he had to refund.
But
like,
now
almost-
there's literally hundreds of them from just Chinese companies on Amazon.
Exactly. He gave away money.
Ah.
It's such a bummer. It's
That's
such a bummer. Yeah.
I saw a comedy show here with him and a bunch of the other Churdleys guys.
Is he funny? Is he good stand-up?
The comedy show was like a weird thing they were trying to do. That was like trying to make it like church, like they call like Sunday service or something like that. And it was like it had a few moments of humor, but by and large it was not funny. And at the end, and it was Trevor and a bunch of other dudes. And then Trevor at the end says, "By the way, if you just watch a show, I'm very sorry. I promise you, I am funny." Like,
okay, that's funny.
Go to my Instagram. I am funny.
Yeah. Well, it's like there's certain like actors that are funny in movies, but I would never go see them do stand up. Like, like Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder was like hilarious, but I'll never, go see him do stand up. So
yeah,
I would see
that's
Tom
not his thing.
stand up.
I can hear. I think I can hear
I would
something.
go to see Tom Cruise do stand up just because it would be miserable. So only with you. I would only go with you though, Sam.
Thank you, baby.
Oh,
Who goes there?
Thanks for the exclusion, Nick. But yeah, somebody just joined the party.
Do we have somebody? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I see two
Hey.
Sams.
Who's this deep and manly voice we're listening to?
This
Deep
is a
and manly.
very deep, manly voice.
Where?
I'm Carrie.
Oh,
Hi, Carrie.
hi,
Do you have
Carrie. We
video?
can't see you. You have your camera on?
Do we have
Yeah.
Cam going?
Does that work? Did that
There
work?
you go.
There
Yeah.
it is. We got you.
What up?
Hey.
Oh, what's up with
Welcome.
this double sim in the background?
I have two simulators.
Wow,
That's
brag about it.
pretty obvious, Nick.
Yeah. I've got two cases. I got two cases of claws. Carrie.
Same. That's fine.
Yeah.
Pretty much the
I'll
same.
trade you. Yeah,
Very-
Option Rush Garage makes the simulators, so
Shout out to Option Rush Garage.
hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna hit you guys with a proposal. I want you to send a couple out to me, Sam, Paco, Corey. We want to test drive these things and see if they're up to snuff.
I said, of course, for sure.
Does that rig run Minecraft? No.
I mean, I probably could.
Yeah. How suitable are those rigs for Fortnite?
Yeah.
Oof. We could make it work, maybe.
And I know he's not mic'd up right now, but I don't think Big Balls 8-Bit Brian would be happy to know that we have an Assetto fan on a Forza show.
Oh, they're all good to me. They're all good
Let's
to
do
a
me.
little bit.
Hold on, we haven't taken money from Forza. They're not.
Ooh.
It's not official.
Oh no, it's not an official Forza show,
Yeah.
but
Big
majority
Balls.
rules around here.
Big Balls is our Forza representative.
Project 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's up, Carrie? Tell us about yourself.
I mean, I've been drifting for 2 years now. 1 year in an LS 240 SX, and
My people. Shout out to my people.
I kind of learned on the LS, and then I got into more of like Japanese style from that point after I went to Japan and drifted there. And I built a 2JZ Sylvia, which I will be drifting at Gridlife.
Nice.
Model Sylvia.
Okay.
S14,
they say-
S13, S15.
S13 Sylvia.
Sick.
Nice. They say
I wanna
Japanese
point out
drifting
that-
is contagious.
So just because you like Japanese style doesn't mean you have to stray away from the LS. Daigo put a V8 in the old HKS Altezza. That is a big dick move.
Daigo.
Yeah.
Daigo
No,
does-
I love LS. No, I'm serious. I learned on LS, and obviously Brian Option Rush Garage is a fan for LS, and I love it. But I just love the style of like I love boost, I guess, and I really wanted to learn on boost. And I also imported a JZ, a Sylvia, and I feel like it would have been kind of sacrilegious to put an LS into that, you know?
But I'm all about the weird shit. I'm all about
People
it.
do it all day long.
Yeah.
But you still threw a Toyota motor in it, which, you know.
Yeah, no, I got it out
Yeah.
there, Bristow.
If you're
I
not-
actually imported the Sylvia as a stock automatic SR20 NA, and
Oh, no.
I found it on auction. My friend lives in Tokyo or in Osaka, and he helped me find it, and then I imported it in, and he, like, I don't know, he just hooked me up on it. So I imported it here, and I swapped it with what I felt was right, I guess, for like a drift car, because what was in it wasn't going to be good enough for what I really wanted to do with the
Yeah.
car. So I went with JZ and CDO9 trans.
Nice.
Awesome.
Cool, yeah.
I
Another
have-
JZ CD kit. Go
I
ahead,
have
Sam.
very impure thoughts about an S15 Sylvia. I really want one. And I can't have one. And also, like, there's a good importer here in California that brings in lots of Skylines, which I also have very impure thoughts about. But like, anytime they bring over a good quality Sylvia, they're like 20, 25 grand. It blows my mind. Like, I get it that, you know, high quality Sylvias are becoming harder to come by, but boy, do I want one.
Oh man, I can't
Well-
wait till we talk to a guest we have later on the show. Then Sam,
Oh boy.
'Cause it's a good one. Yeah, it's a good
How
one.
do-
I'm
That's
so
very
stoked
rude
I'm
for you to
stoked on her
say,
car.
Yeah,
Nick.
wow.
We have a very
No,
good
no, no.
guest right now.
No, I am, and I'm stoked on her car because
I'm sorry about Nick.
No.
Can
You
we-
brought up 15,
Brian-
Thanks, guys.
and I-
Brian, can we
No.
hang up on him,
Oh
please?
my
Like, just
God.
get him out and.
Yeah, hang up on me. Let's just hang
yeah.
up on me. Let's just do that. No, I'm very
let's
stoked
not.
Gary's coming. The car's sick. It does, and I know that you've spent some time in Japan. You've driven Ebisu, correct?
No, I drove
Oh,
at
you haven't.
Mahon in
Oh, Mahon, I'm sorry.
Osaka. I
Cool.
drove a Silady in Mahon, but
Cool.
yeah, no, I'm driving in Japan in November in a JZX100, so at Ebisu, but
Ebisu.
I mean,
Did
yeah.
did Brian just correct me?
Bisu.
yes, he did.
Oh God. Okay, Brian, leave the room, Brian. We have this under control. God. Ebisu, whatever, dude.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Brian,
Daytona. That's all that matters. Daytona and Talladega. That's all. we
Yeah, I'll
need
be
for now.
driving with Genesis Massive and Powered by Vehicles, and they're loaning me a vehicle to drive at Ebisu in November for the Matsuri.
Cool.
So I'm not entirely sure exactly which vehicle I will be driving, but I'm pretty sure it will be the JZX100. But they've had like small innuendos that I will be driving a Silvia with a JZ, which would be amazing because that's what I drive here.
don't you think outside the box for once in your life?
Yeah, it'd be so sick if she shows up to Japan like, yo, here's a 94 Camaro, figure it out.
Yeah, fuck it.
94 Camaro, stock, everything.
So-
Real quick,
I'm all
is
for
your
that, by the
car
way,
on-
Nick.
Is your car on the Instagram? Can we see what you're cruising at Gridlife? What's your gram?
S13 babe, S13 babe.
That's B-A-B-E, Sam. B-A-B-E.
Not to be confused with the award-winning Babe movie,
Correct.
which is a great movie.
Great movie.
Indeed.
Really
Remember
sad ending. Super. Don't even spoil it for the people.
Did they eat that? Did they eat that pig?
Stop, dude. You can't.
I'm sorry. No spoilers for movies that have been out for 30 years.
Oh, and you don't want to upset your vegan following. Shout out to all the vegans watching MaxCast right now.
Is White Claw
Cheers.
vegan?
I was like, what was that, by the way,
Yo.
Carrie? What kind of drink was
It's
that?
gluten free. It's gluten free.
That would be a White Claw.
There you
Oh,
go.
you
And
got
she's
the
got the
glass.
big can. Look at that.
Yo,
She's a
there it
real
is. Cheers
player.
to that.
I saw you guys were drinking White Claws, and I was like, yo, I have a mango. Let's do
Yeah,
this.
that's it. There it is.
Some would say the tastiest of the flavors, but I'm a
Yes.
lime boy.
Oh, let's break this down. Let's break this down into call count real quick.
Okay, so I've
No.
got tier.
Everybody has a
No,
scale. Yeah.
no lime, please.
Okay, so
There
let's go
she
around the
is.
room. Let's go around the room. I like to put them in tiers. So tier 1
Yeah.
for me is lime,
Ooh.
grapefruit, and
Ooh.
mango. Mango is tier 1, but I can't do all mango all day. I could do limes all day. It is a tier 1 flavor.
Lime
two.
all day.
Yeah, I could do lime all day. I'm not trying to get scurvy over here, Carrie.
Now,
Hey,
Carrie, Carrie. Now, my initial
Mango
response-
all day long.
Okay, now Carrie, I will.
Yes,
agree with you.
mango. Come
my
on.
initial response to Sam's scale was the
Yeah.
same. He was like, "Yo, lime all day, then
Real
grapefruit."
quick, I didn't say my tier 2. Tier 2
Sorry.
is raspberry. I forget this raspberry one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, raspberry is tier 2.
Gross.
And then am I forgetting one? And then tier 3 is of course black cherry. Black cherry, and I'd rather fucking.
Did you say
wank-
grapefruit?
No, grapefruit's tier 1 for me. I like
that's tier
grapefruit.
one for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Tier
Black
2 for me.
cherry, I'd rather wank my dad than drink a black cherry. Just
I
kidding.
think
I'll
I-
drink black cherry. If
I
I
feel
have
like
to.
that rattles a lot of cages. It doesn't rattle mine, but I
Yeah.
feel like that rattles because everybody's like, "Yo, black cherry or bust." So
Oh.
again, I want
Get
to
outta
go.
here.
I want to go back to like when we first, you and I, Sam, first started talking calls, and you said, "Yo, all day like lime
Lamb.
and lime
The
and
lamb flavored claws are delicious.
the lamb chop claws are where it's at." You said lime and the grapefruit, and it upset me. I was like, "Yo, how the fuck could you be into?" And then I realized that you complete me because I start with the raspberries. I'm a raspberry boy, so raspberry is my number
Raspberry,
one.
yes. I can.
There it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
So raspberry number one. Then I'm mango, and mango is a close tie with black cherry. And then I'm grapefruit, and lime is bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
I will drink lime all day before I touch a Truly, though.
Which I do like. Yeah.
Ooh, see, I am good with the Trulies.
No.
Or
Hang
the,
up, hang up, Paco, hang up, Paco, hang up.
All right, hold on. I have
Now,
a
have you had
confession.
The Bon and Vivs?
No,
The Bon
I
That's the
stop.
worst.
Okay, now we're
They
getting
taste-
way
We're,
off.
Okay,
we're
those
in,
things-
we're in
Okay.
the seltzer inception right now.
No,
The
no,
Bon and-
we're in the seltzer trash can right now.
Hey,
Or
hey.
Bon
Bomb
and
and
Bib.
Bibs taste like someone took a bag of Jolly Ranchers and shoved them directly into my other end, and they then appeared in my mouth. They're just too. It's like a sweetness awful overload. I hate them. Hate them. Hate them.
Yeah.
There is no
Oh my
substitute. The closest substitute I have found is Trader Joe's as a claw.
Yeah, no,
Of their
I
own.
like definitely White Claw mango number one. But where I'm at, I can't find mango, so they're
Tough.
rare.
Stuff.
So
They only
and
have those
then
gigantic
blackberry
cans.
definitely number two for sure.
Yo,
And
tell
then
us where you're.
raspberry, and then everything else doesn't matter because I don't like anything else.
There we go. Tell us where you're from, real quick.
I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
close to my hometown. So shout out to Tennessee homies. I'm from Nashville. So
Nashville,
Cool.
yes. I've got a lot of friends in Nashville.
yeah, cool, cool.
Awesome.
And have
Um,
you been to a Gridlife in the past?
I have. Last year I actually came out with clutch kickers and just kind of hanged out and put my car in the paddock or the
Yeah.
pit area. Yeah. And before that, I attended was it Waka Flocka? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good
Waka.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you performed.
It was a lot of fun. I've always been looking forward to coming and actually driving Road Atlanta. I've only been driving for 2 years now, and I've accomplished a lot. in the past 2 years, and definitely Road Atlanta was one of my like bucket list courses to drive for sure.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I think before we went live, or maybe right before we went live, that that venue has that appeal for not just spectators but drivers as well.
Are you nervous about the hill?
No, I did do Nashville Super Speedway for my first Pro-Am event, and I did have to hit over 100 miles per hour for my entry, and that was a little rowdy. I actually practiced it like a couple weeks before and fucked it up real bad and hit a tire barrier.
Carrie, you can't cuss on the show.
You can't cuss on the show.
No, I'm fucking kidding.
Jesus, guys,
you fucking fell for it.
I'm terrified of that.
I messed it up real bad, and I hit a tire barrier. They clocked me at like 90 miles per hour on entry on the tire barrier collision.
And because you're a girl driver, I'm sure everyone was really nice about it too.
Oh yeah, no, they were great. But the actual Pro-Am event, I did pretty well, and so the high-speed entry doesn't really scare me at all. I'm just more excited about it, and I live for the adrenaline, so it's just really exciting for me, honestly.
So you're driving. Go ahead, Sam.
I was gonna say it's weird that I haven't drifted in age now, but I only have like 2 years experience, and I would not be comfortable going down.
Oh, Sam,
No.
Daddy's
I would do it.
I'm on grid with you, buddy. I got you.
I would do it, but what I would do is I would not even initiate. I just go straight into kitty litter, 110 miles an hour. No,
So
fuck
Carrie,
that.
so Carrie, this is what I told Matt Schulman, our first guest. I said, if you find yourself on course for the kitty litter, go faster and go deep into the kitty litter so I don't have to pull you out. Like, stay there in a safe area so we can keep running course.
And Nick also said you want to help out the track safety workers, and if you lose body panels, get out of your car during a hot session, pick up your bumper, and then what you want to do is wave the cars by. You can actually help direct traffic from the course.
I don't think you should get out of your car at all.
Oh,
Carrie, you'd be surprised. People like Sam get out of their cars during hot sessions all the time.
I don't do it. I was just commenting on the fact that some brave soul at Midwest decided that was a good idea.
Pro driver that we should not mention his name, but rhymes with
Pro 2 for a reason.
With Styles. Ooh.
Right.
Ooh.
Carrie, before we let you go into the night, let's get a couple questions in here. We've got some really hot questions. Let's see. This is a very strong one from Louis
CK?
Louis CK.
Yeah. Oof.
Do you eat pasta after midnight?
I don't eat pasta at all, actually.
All right.
Even if it's gluten-free.
Hang up on her.
I'm low carb, so.
Yo, same. Shout out to White Claw people.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's why I'm drinking White Claw.
Yeah, that's.
You think I woke up with this body?
That's how Nick Swan keeps that petite figure.
Dude, don't. Go ahead, Sam.
I did low carb for like a few months, and then I had a delicious spaghetti, and then it blew me out.
Yeah.
It just
ruined it. Yeah, no, trust me. If I'm like out of country or something, I will be eating all the carbs. But while
we get it, you're cultured, Carrie. Jesus Christ.
No, I'm good on just salads or anything that's shirataki noodles or anything like that.
Burgers and stuff like that, and like mac and cheese.
Without the bun.
Yeah, no, like pasta-free mac and cheese.
Hell yeah, just cheese is great.
Dude, just ask when you get your burger.
Cheese is the best cheese.
Yeah, when you get your burger, just ask. Oh, can you just make it carb free, please? And they'll cater.
I just usually order like 2 double cheeses from McDonald's with a salad, no bun, and then I just combine it all together.
Ooh, double cheeseburgers are my McDonald's jam. If I have to eat a McDonald's, I'll do a double cheeseburger. I tried to do a Big Mac a couple months ago when I was on the road in some shitty small town.
How much did it hurt you?
I used to love them when I was a wee lad, but
let me throw this at you. So like a double cheese from McDonald's, but dress it like LTO or like lettuce, tomato, mayo, onion, and whatever. Like fancy it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I like how you did the salt bay when you.
It doesn't even matter about the bun. After you dress it up and put it on a salad, it's really good. It becomes a salad.
You guys don't have.
It's a burger salad. See, what's funny about healthy eaters is like they're like, yeah, like I don't eat bread, but I'll buy a fucking cheeseburger salad and eat it. And I'm like, that sounds, you're defeating the purpose of the salad. But
no, that's pasture raised happy cow meat from McDonald's.
Well, you guys
free range cows, dude.
You guys don't have In-N-Out over there, right? Because I'm all about the protein style burger. No bun, just wrapped in lettuce.
Yes.
It is pretty good. I do enjoy it. All right, last question, then we'll let you get back to your Minecraft on your steering wheels. This one's from Little Timmy. He says, "Which activity do you least expect to get involved in at the zoo?"
Probably the camel rides. I don't really want to interact with any animal like face to face.
All right, so Carrie's an animal
you like the
hater.
barrier. Yeah, so...
Carrie hates animals. I'm learning a lot about you, Carrie. One
I
hates
actually
animals.
have 2 dogs. I love my dogs. They're Australian Shepherds. I love animals. I'm
What are their
actually an
names?
advocate.
Why not-
Konami and Sega.
Why not Japanese Shepherd?
Konami and Sega, you fucking nerd.
I'm a fucking nerd. That's what it is. But
Yeah, dog
They're
number
my
3 is gonna be
baby.
Sonic. She's gonna have Hedgehog. She's gonna have Road Rash. She love Road Rash.
Road
dog.
Rash
we're
is my
looking
favorite
to
animal.
expand our company, so there will be more names coming soon.
Cool.
All right, what's the Konami code,
The Konami code.
Brian?
Oh, you mean the up, left, down, whatever
Ooh,
bullshit?
You got
fail.
it. That was the code.
Fail.
Carrie, you can't fucking cuss on this show.
Nerd confirmed.
Guys!
Nerd confirmed.
Come on.
Oh my god.
All right, no nerds on the show, Carrie. Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here, kid.
Fine,
All right,
fine,
yeah, we'll see you
fine.
Bye.
next week.
See
See
you
you
guys.
guys.
See you next week.
Later.
Talking to you. You have to hang out. We can't.
There you go. Which, by the way, we have a.
So, now that she's gone, just
Oh.
a fun fact. We just brought on the show to be a female so that people don't think that Gridlife's sexist or whatever.
Mhm.
She's not actually coming. She's not driving.
But that was sexist of you to
No.
just say.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm really
Yeah.
excited. I encourage all girls that are even moderately interested in drifting
for
to get
sure, for
drifting,
sure.
Yeah.
Because
And-
they absolutely should. The sport really needs women in it.
It does, and I did want to point out. So I know. So her boyfriend Brian, Option Rush Garage. He's driven LS Festival with me a bunch of times, and I've known Brian for a while. Brian's a solid dude, good driver, and he let me know that she applied, and so I dug a little deeper, and the car meets safety standards, and she seems to be a great driver. I don't know her. That was actually the first time that we've interacted as well. So it's not. So Gridlife is not like a homie only thing. Like, I hope she does well. I hope she has fun, and I'm stoked to see again. Stoked to see her boyfriend Brian back out there hanging out. So
As we've said 1,000 times on this, not this episode, but on all of our shows, is Gridlife is magical because you will have 3-time Formula Drift champions and 1-time Formula Drift champion. Is Osbo 1 or 2? Red? He's 2. Paco, Brian.
2.
2. Osbo was 2-time.
2-time champion.
Yeah. So Vaughn's got 1. Osbo's got 2. Forsberg's got 3. And then you'll have Pro 2 guys, and then you'll have like Adam LZ, just like YouTube dudes that are now competing. And then you'll have dudes in a stockish BMW, and then you'll have some people that we're going to talk to shortly that are just on a cool guy drift team. And I don't want to say all levels. You have to be able to hopefully link a course like Road Atlanta and not blow up your car. But it's about diversity on the track.
Yeah.
It's about getting everyone out there.
Just want to
some
point.
of the best moments are seen like Forsberg in the middle of a tandem train of 6 just pro am grassroots drivers or whatever. But to be clear, don't do that unless Nick allows it. Don't just go up and drive on. Don't go and drive on Forrest Wang too hard and bash into his car.
I just want to point out. I just want to point. Hold on.
We had that happen in Colorado, and shout out to Forrest for that. I immediately went to Forrest and I asked everything was okay, and because for anybody that doesn't know what happened, we had so we like to call them pros and Joes, and again, the pro reference is not an FD thing. It's a professional grid life thing. You have an activation. You have a resume to back it up, and we know you're good for it. You've been driving long enough, or whatever the case may be. And then we have the Joes lane. And the Joes, you guys apply, guys and girls, you apply, you get approved, so on and so forth. And so we had one of the Joes get into Forrest, one of the pros, and it seemed a little unnecessary. But again, shout out to Forrest because I went up to him. I think I took him a piece of his car. And I said, "Yo, is everything okay? Like, should I say something?" He goes, "No, dude, I'm good." Like, it didn't even shake him. And that is just like Big Ball said. Like, that is a grid life vibe. Like, it's just like, yo, we're here to shred, we're here to have fun, we're here to drive. And I want to take this opportunity for 2 things. One thing, there's not going to be a grid life that people are not. You're not always going to get approved, and it's not based on your followers. It's not based on whether you're pro or not. It's literally, it's a numbers. It's not even a game. It's a numbers thing. We get hundreds of applications for these events, and that number continues to grow. And we go through it. We review these applications, and we approve so many drivers, but even an approval is not a guarantee to drive. Then the spots are limited. If anybody's ever been to Atlanta, Gingerman, and even at PPIR in Colorado for the first time this year, pit space is always limited because there's so much going on. Drifting is an ingredient. It is the show. Like, people love the drifting, and we're a part of the entertainment. But we're a small part of a really, really big machine, and so we can't accommodate everyone. If Gridlife was a drift event, it would be different, but it's not. And I hate when people get hard feelings or come at us with negativity or blast us online that it's a favoritism game or you got to know somebody or get your followers up. It's not the case. Please keep applying. Keep following us. Yeah. Please stay engaged. We want and
if you're not an asshole and you are persistent and you do give Nick some White Claws, you'll get
that's the key.
Eventually.
That's the key to his heart. Speaking
Paco,
of,
there's
a super chat question from ABAP Garage as well. I mean, comes like nice segue. He's saying, let Joey Morfesi from Full Lock Automotive get a driver spot on his FD RX-7.
No, it's too late. Sorry, moving on.
Damn. Keep applying.
But it's no hate. Like, we have a method, we have a system, and we have to stick by it. And I every driver that gets approved, we welcome you. Every driver that applied and didn't get approved, don't take it personally. Don't think that we have anything against you or you don't fit the bill. That's not the case. And again, there have been drivers that have driven Gridlife in the past that might not catch an approval the following year. It's not a membership. It's about the production. It's about the quality. And again, so many drivers that don't get their approval ask what they did wrong. And it's nothing. It's a weird question to answer, and I still haven't dialed it in yet. But, it's just about it's about the numbers, and it's about getting everyone in. It's tough. Honestly, that's the hardest part of this job.
I hope you can deny Corey's next application, please.
Corey's not driving south. Yeah, I don't think he got. I never saw his application.
That'd be cool as fuck if we just said nah to Corey.
Just fail him in tech.
Nope.
Yeah. All right, let's line up the next E.
Yeah, let's. Oh, actually, I want to do. Paco, did you dial him yet?
The what?
I wanted you to dial the group next, please.
The team.
It's getting late, and
all right,
I want to get that.
Brian is on it.
It's okay.
Yeah,
cool.
let's get the team.
Segue on what we were just talking about too.
All right, Brian's on it right now. He's dialing the line. They send us our numbers: 1-800 Skittles.
1-800 Sir Mix-a-Lot.
SKITT. No, that doesn't make sense because it's have to be 7 digits.
Brian is on it.
Is he dialing 1-800 Skittles? I feel like it's gonna be like a bad result if we call that number.
No. Hold on.
Were you talking to the Skittles babies? Skittles boys?
Yeah.
The team
What's
that
Brian
I've
talking about?
They're talking about dinner. They're just very concerned about what they're going to eat.
Yo, where is Corey?
Corey's working on a stupid car, and he doesn't even make time for our show anymore.
Well,
He's
if
probably,
you have the V8 in it,
but he sits here in chat. He sits there in chat, and he comments. He makes snide remarks while Paco and I and Brian try to make the show good, and then Corey takes his fat Driftcast paychecks and then cashes them in to not be on the show.
Yeah.
Look, we're making a shit ton of money off this stuff, all right?
Yeah,
Corey's just
on this stuff.
Corey's just pocketing all the doughs.
Let me. I think they're having an issue reaching. Like, let me, Paco.
We're dialing them. They're not ready.
Okay, he just sent me his email address again. Because he didn't know if y'all could reach him or not.
Waiting for him to pick up.
Yeah, we're it's ringing.
Nick, do you follow UTV fails on Instagram, and does it give you anxiety since you've been in a UTV failure?
There, up.
He's pounding.
There you go. It looks like we have a new contender.
Wait, JD.
JDM Vince. Oh my goodness, that was a scary way to start.
I gotta go. Oh my god.
The fucking button is it working? Oh boy, sorry headphones users.
Yo, all right, listen, all right, listen,
this
guys.
Is gonna be tough.
Yo, Dodo, listen, pipe down. this goes out to Sloan. Don't fucking yell into the microphone, you idiot.
All right, and also to
Just
try to keep order. No one speak. Just raise your hand when you have something to say, and then
that's a tall order.
And then I'll point to who is allowed to talk, and I'm just gonna be a guy in the black shirt.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I would.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there goes the shirt.
Well, figure that
All
one
right.
out.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Actually, if
That's
I had
the
to,
widest.
I would
That's the widest I've ever seen.
the-
Get a 10, buddy.
I would appoint the cute blonde and appoint the gentleman in the black hat. Those are the only speakers that can talk on behalf of Top Garage, because everybody else is an idiot. Carlos, I don't know if you speak English or not, but Emmett, Vincent, you guys are good.
All right. So, one representative from your group, come close to wherever the mic is and tell us who you is.
Also, get a little closer because we have like half people on the edge of the camera. So try to sit a little closer if you want.
Yeah, y'all can pack it in a little bit.
All right.
Where's Carrie at?
She just left. She heard you guys were coming. She was like, all right, I'm out.
Who are we speaking to?
Who wants to go?
No, don't say your birth names. Nobody knows your names. This is Top Garage.
Do you have a group?
We're at Top Garage and we drift together and we hang out together.
So you have to, if you're going to be the speaker, the speaker of the house here, you got to come closer to the mic.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There you go. All right, who is this?
I don't know. We just all drive together. We're Top Garage, I guess.
Okay, introduce yourself, Doug.
You sound very confident about we're Top Garage, I guess.
Top Garage.
You're the guys that we've referred to as Team Skittles.
Team Skittles.
Skittles boys.
Taste the rainbow.
Yeah, we're all the colors of the White Claw.
I was just about to make the White Claw comparison. All right, so who is Mango Claw?
Darren. Oh, that's Darren. That's Darren Ray.
All right, who is
Joey.
Oh, Joey. Okay, no inside jokes on MaxCast.
All right. Who's Lime Claw?
Actually, let's start from Chris, from your left. Just start and everybody work your way around the room with names.
They're all pointing at each other.
Oh,
These guys, I like them a lot, but boy, are they difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, my name is Augustine, and I am going to drive Gridlife for the first time in USA.
All right, so I'm going to interpret. I guess that's Augustine. It's his first time in the United States.
That's Augustine Regina. Am I pronouncing that right, Augustine?
Regina.
Regina. It's Augustine Regina.
I mean, if there's only like a Spanish-speaking person in here that could translate, I mean, I don't know.
Well, Augustine, come closer to the mic and tell us about your car.
Yes, S13. It's cool.
It's cool.
Top Garage cage. 1JZ GTX 30 feature fab. Perez built, you know.
Augustine, how many times has your car been on fire?
More than I have fingers, you know. I need more. Come on.
Yeah. So hopefully we have that sorted. And have you driven Gridlife before?
Yes, twice.
Has everyone here, like tonight, have you guys all driven Gridlife together before?
Yes.
Okay, cool, good. Yeah, I know the team. It grows, it shrinks, like just like any other dick. So I didn't know if it was like.
Wow. I don't know if you guys thought. Did you guys hear that? No. He says it grows in what?
I said the team grows and it shrinks just like any other dick.
Yeah.
But
it's the OG. We stay the same.
Wait, are you guys? But if your team was a dick, would it be flaccid or fully torqued?
Oh, all day. That's fucking rock hard. Boom, boom, boom.
Baby's arm holding an apple. I like it.
Dark
all right. So Vince Moore, next up.
Vince.
Tell us about yourself.
Move in there.
All right, I'm Vince. I've got the cookie front S13.
Cookie. What color is it?
Cookie front.
I love
Yeah,
it.
what color is it? It's Team Skittles. Tell us the color.
It's teal. The teal one. Turquoise.
So you're the lime White Claw. You're the lime ranger.
No, he's pure. That's Gridlife. That's Gridlife. That's
pure.
White Claw pure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's no flavoring. That's just straight raw dog.
Raw dog style claw.
Yeah. All right. It's got a 1J in it. CDO9 trans. precision turbo, Cinco manifold, and it rips. It's a rip.
Vince, I want to take this opportunity to tell you how much I appreciate you being one of the responsible team members of Top Garage and being respectful. You're the one that provided us with a cell phone number and email address for this call. And I don't think any other Top Garage member besides one other could provide that for us. So thank you for that.
No problem.
Jesus. These guys are my favorite and my least favorite at the same time of all.
Yo, that's the definition. It's
Yeah.
Crowd,
yeah.
co-workers.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on up, Chris.
Red S15.
Chris, closer. We've been through this.
I got a bad back.
He's got a bad back.
All right, I got the red S15.
I built my friends that was up here.
Yeah. It's got a K and like GTX 30 and cool stuff.
I want to reiterate. It's a KAT S15.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiger Racing built KAT, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Good,
like the sacrilege of putting a KA into an S15. That makes me real happy.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It works.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And then I guess that's it. I don't know.
No. That's a humble brag. Chris is the ringleader of all these dodos. And Chris also runs Top Garage Fabrication out of Marietta, Alpharetta. What part of Georgia?
Georgia.
Buford. I'm sorry.
I run the fabrication shop. It's a roll cage specialist shop, pretty much.
And
very progressive state you have there. Congratulations.
The amount the amount of Top Garage roll cages that are coming to Gridlife South is it's a really, really big number, and that's really cool because, like I said earlier in the episode, I took to my it's a claws talking.
You got claw burps. Nick's got claw burps.
No, but I took to my personal Facebook page to announce that we were mandating roll cages for Gridlife festivals.
And you're gonna make these guys a bunch of money.
No, I actually took money. I took money from them by including them, and I tagged them. I said, "Hey, these shops are willing to do something." I didn't work out a deal with anybody. I took nothing from this. Gridlife made nothing of this. I said these shops will, even if it's $5 or $500 or a T-shirt or like a discounted movie pass. I don't know. They're gonna do something for you to soften the blow of a roll cage for your car if you want to drive Gridlife. It doesn't guarantee your approval, but in order to be considered for approval, you have to have a roll cage. So I do want to give a shout out to Top Garage, Chris, and all of you guys for how well you represent your brand and your team and Gridlife. You guys are a wild bunch. We've had some issues in the past. We're probably gonna have. Actually, you know what? We have issues every year, but it's laughable at this point because I know they're good for it. It's a level of
name
wild
a cool
that I
issue
trust.
in the past.
Yeah, it's a level of wild that I trust.
No, I need to hear an issue, Nick. What have these dudes done?
So we started the Top Garage segment with Augustin, and I want to. So Augustin, this was 2 years ago.
Get a camera.
on Thursday night, not even Friday. Gates aren't even open. Thursday night during load-in, dipshit Augustin decides it's okay to do fucking circle donuts or burnouts, whatever it was, on his Grom in the pits.
Yeah.
Drunk as a bicycle.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a new term. I like that.
And just picture for a little bit, and it makes sense. Drunk as a bicycle, you're just fucking wobbling down the road.
Like Greg's bicycle.
100%. So Augustin's doing these circles in the pit, like around like a Coleman grill or something like that. Like it's within two trailers.
Well, that's the ceremonial Thursday night Gridlife dance.
And so I'm not far. Like I see this happen. Like I didn't walk up on it I didn't get a call. I see it unfold. And so I just walk up to him with just like not mad, just disappointed, but I was mad. And he just set the bike down and was like kind of, and I didn't want to have them back. I didn't. They didn't know when to stop, but now they do, and I'm so thankful for it because these dudes rip. They build great cars. They're great drivers, and it's a good group of friends. Like this is the Gridlife vibe. Yeah. I love these boys. I really do.
And now Thursday night Grom donuts are the official Thursday night ceremony beginner.
Nope, Sam. Nope.
Nick has said that you guys can do that.
Nope.
You said you can do them as long as you do 5 cross. You do like blossoming flower donut.
And they have some of they have a lot of inside jokes. I try to chime in, but one of them is I said when I was mad, I said it's always Top Garage.
Always Top
And
Garage.
so that's my thing now. So even when it's good or it's bad, it's always Top Garage.
All right,
so
we need introductions from the rest of.
So we'll start with the pretty blonde. Not you, Chris.
They're all pretty blondes, dude. What are you talking about?
Okay, so,
Hi, I'm Cassie.
so I'm Emmett. I have the black cherry.
Dude, shout out to my boy right there. There he is. Yep.
Yeah.
I was like,
So it's R32. It's got an LS in it.
Yeah.
Top garage cage.
Pretty standard car, right, Emmett? It's a pretty basic car.
Yeah.
Redneck starter kit. LS one.
Basic as an R32 with an LS can get. I like how that's just basic in today's day.
In an R32. Like no, it's funny. So Chris has a KAT S15, and then Emmett has an R32 with an LS in it. That's a pretty cool
Yeah. And you guys are one thing that's notable, and kind of why we always called you guys the Skittles cars before we knew your names and identities. It's just like all the cars are kind of like pretty unstickered, pretty unlivered. They're just bright, well-painted, bright cars. And you guys, barring the championship-winning FD dudes, like you guys were the tightest group of tandems out there. And it was really cool to see just 5 different colored, mostly Nissans, like blasting down the hill together. So it was always awesome. Glad to see that again.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to cut you off, Emmett, but Sam, you and I were talking about when Carrie was on the line with us. We were talking about like how the pros line. We saw it last year in Atlanta where they took it upon themselves to tell me, "Hey, I want to jump in with, the Joe's line." It was with Top Garage.
I bet.
They, Osbo. I remember specifically Osbo saw Top Garage lined up in the Joe's line, and I went to send the pros lane or the media lane as I call it, and he said he put up his hand like stop and waved me over to his car. So I went and he goes, I want to jump in with him. Just tell him to go and I'll find my spot. And so that told me 2 things. First off, like we've got a good system going for Gridlife, but 2, he trusted Top Garage so much that he didn't want to pick a certain car to follow. He was going to trust them. And it turned out sick. It was a really, really good time. And it went on all weekend.
That just made me remember, unfortunately, this video project has now been in production for a year, but it's because we're doing so much for it. Do some of you boys remember drifting with Tanner Faust last year at South?
Oh,
yeah, some of you guys.
That was Darren.
So some of you guys are going to be in a cool little video that I've been directing and editing. So that's cool. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, it's been a year in production. It will come out soonish. Yeah.
So next up will be Carlos. So Carlos, take the mic. Sam, take it from here. I'm gonna go drain some of these White Claws.
No.
All right, hold on. Hold on.
You can't.
Hey.
On. Sorry.
Hold on.
You can't-
Let me.
you can't
Okay, fair
start
enough.
this.
Let me handle. Let me handle this one. Let me handle this one.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
all right.
gonna take it from here in your Espanol.
All right. Carlos,
Hey,
¿cómo,
go Pete. That was a joke.
Carlos,
Go
¿cómo
Pete.
estás?
Speak perfect English.
También.
Carlos says I don't speak Spanish, dude. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm from Atlanta.
You speaks better Spanish than you, Nick.
True.
Nick, go Pete, man.
I'm C1
Okay.
because there's always confusion.
C1.
Yeah.
Yellow.
What's your flavor?
Just go.
What?
Bye, Nicholas. See you tomorrow.
See you next Tuesday, Nick. What flavor are you in the White Claw spectrum?
I'm the green. I don't know what.
Lime.
Limon.
Paco, why would you assume that this? Paco, why would you assume this red-blooded American sitting in his Stars and Stripes chair was of the Mexican persuasion?
I just saw the chair, man. I feel so bad.
I'm actually Colombian, but
Ah,
yeah. And
colombiano, papá.
S14. It's got a LS1, actually LQ9, a 4-speed in it, and like everybody else, had cool stuff.
Is it true that Colombians are just cooler Mexicans?
Yes.
Watch out! Watch out! Careful!
Paco.
Careful!
Paco, what do you think?
I mean, the Colombians have the devil's dandruff advantage.
Hey, it's coffee. It's coffee. Known for coffee.
Oh, that's right. That and the café colombiano.
Good coffee.
See.
Man, C1's saucy, dude. I just got back and he's like raising his voice.
He's all fired up.
I set the mic. Could you pick me up?
We're having a feud right here. You know, it's Mexico versus Colombia. It's like a World Cup.
No, they're doing great. All right, C1, thank you. Can't wait to see you out there, bud. I see some legs. That's all I see on the other side there.
Next.
No, there's some good legs.
Dude, this is like.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
I don't know about this one.
Okay, so Sam, Paco, real quick. If I had an illegitimate son that I would ever consider walking out on, but not actually walk out on, it would be this dodo right here.
What's your name, guy?
I'm Sloan.
Hey,
This
Sloan.
is Sloan Spivey.
The better looking blue version of Vince's car. And it has an RB25 and it's built by Tiger Racing and it makes more than everyone else's here. And it costs the definition of a fortune.
No, Sloan is a ripper. He actually got.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Sloan is an idiot. But Sloan actually, of all the top garage drivers last year, I think Sloan, I think the drone guy got the best footage of Sloan last year after his car broke and he took like a 2-mile-an-hour parade lap around the horseshoe, holding the entire grid up.
Yeah, it was on accident.
Yeah.
I remember the drone dude, I think that was Mr. Steele last year. He was teabagging cars too. When a car would go into the kitty litter, he would like teabag the cars and like land on the roofs. It was a little bonus.
Yeah, Sloan's into that kind of shit though, so it's fine.
It costs extra, but 2020.
All right, guys. So we have some very important questions here for all of you. These are from the fans. This one's from
Pickle Rick.
Dick Rick.
Dick Rick.
And he asks, what do you wear to bedtime?
Ooh, good question.
Onesies.
You want to answer for the group? Chris? Nothing.
No.
And you guys also have the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift setup I see in the back of your garage there. Just a bunch of bunk beds. Like you sleep in that garage and you got a bunch of pods.
On those to been drinking the most, so more chance you're on the bottom.
He won't walk up to the mic, so he says that they coordinate based off who's been drinking the most.
So it's top garage or bottom bunk?
Right. Yeah.
But who's the top though?
The drunkest person has to go up top for extra peril.
Well, lower so you don't piss on it.
Yeah. So out of all the top garage dudes there, which one of you guys are bottoms?
Yeah, that's a solid question.
It just depends, you know?
Yeah. Depends on the night.
Depends on the day, yeah.
Swing of the bat, dude. It's a swing of the bat.
And we'll just do whatever we got to do.
Sam, that's called being versatile.
Yeah.
Well, there's a verse bottom and a verse top. There's lots of different things here, Paco.
And there's a reason we chose the colors of the rainbow, you know?
Yeah, no. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
That's super PC. I appreciate that, dude. Southern boys holding it down worldwide.
You guys are signaling, the color, the driving. Obviously, you guys together on the sky.
It's a lifestyle.
No
Paco,
clue.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's 2019, dude.
Yeah, let's get with the times. Yeah. And I will say it's not for production's sake because this whole shoot from the hip, from the seat of their pants, like by the skin of their teeth, like that's how all these dodos live their lives. But they all pull it off. I will say that. Like again, like I'm so stoked to have these guys at every Atlanta round. And even I think it was Sloan came sneaking up behind me at FD Atlanta. He said, "Hey man, we want to drive Atlanta. What's it gonna take?" And then I told him, "I said, yo, dude, like I got you." And then dead air. Like it was a total tease. They didn't even come to Colorado. They have no idea what they're missing out on. So Sloan,
Colorado next year. We need your presence. You're very important in the non-pro area.
Yeah,
you
y'all can.
You guys actually drive together and your cars don't look shitty, and that's really important here.
Holy shit, we
you know that.
Oh, humble
Real
team.
humble, guys. Real humble. Yeah.
Humble. Well, I'm
Wait. There's I have
very pumped to finally meet all of you, but I'm not sure we can handle much more of you on the show.
Well, but there's one more question.
There's
one more question. There's one more.
You can't just yell over me. Hold on.
I just did.
Let me finish my statement. I just want to reinforce that you are
Don't yell.
our least favorite and most favorite guest of the night. Please remember that.
Always.
Now, Paco, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question from username Darren Ray. He's asking, how come I wasn't invited to the circle jerk, assholes?
Hey, we tried to call you.
But you got no internet where you're from, yeah.
Hold on, Darren's coming up. Yeah, hey Darren, what's up, bro?
Oh, there you go.
Darren, you look like shit. What's wrong with you?
Oh, that's really rude.
All right, animals. We'll see you in a week. It's been a pleasure.
Bye, assholes.
bye, guys.
Emmett, go to bed. You got to work early in the morning.
Shout out to Thick Rick.
Oh, man.
So Darren is one of their.
Hey, don't talk shit. We'll watch the remake.
They don't realize
There you go.
Oh my god.
Darren is one of their teammates, but he's working on his car as opposed to these bunch of clowns with their shoes get their cars ready.
Really want to be friends with all of them. And
You don't though.
I do.
You don't. You think
that's what I always wanted. Like, definitely, I had my car club, my car group. This is like pre-drifting days, and we were just a bunch of Subi dorks, and we were like really serious. And I was the goofball of the group because I was just surrounded by a bunch of like serious dudes that wanted to make their cars fast and like didn't laugh as much as I do. And I was just the class clown, and I had to make everyone laugh and all that shit. But these guys, they're all fucking clowns. And
my question is, do their personalities surprise you after you watch them drive so well?
No.
Really?
Yes.
I look at them and I see them all like, not every time, but it's funny because their personalities to me, because I know them, pretty well. Their personalities kind of fall in line with like where they are in the group of friends. Like again, Chris, the dude with the second best looking blonde, but he has better hair. Runs Top Garage, the red S15.
You called him the leader. He seems barely in charge, if that is the case.
There is no in charge.
There doesn't seem to be a big structure. There's not a lot of structure to that group, and that's what makes it beautiful. And I hate to compliment them because I'm sure they're just going to fucking
100%.
It makes me happy to see that that's like, I don't want to say the future of drifting, but they're keeping the sport fresh and alive, and like dudes like that just make me so pumped about.
So for this being your third,
also fuck you guys. I decided to level it out.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you guys are trash. But no, for this being your third year, in the Gridlife family, you and Maximum Driftcast, like, how well does that fit the bill? It's perfect. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go silent for a second. I got a text message from Paco.
You're not supposed to say, Nick. Good job at being stealth about me telling you a message that I don't want you to relay during the show.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Why are you sending Nick private messages?
Paco, the response is probably just gone to bed.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna try. Let me know when you want to try the next guest.
So we still have our list of drivers to go through.
And they still have
at the end, but I just want to get through the callers so the callers can go to bed.
Yeah, so our next guest.
Let's try that call again.
Guest, right?
Who's not answering? We don't have
hold on. Let's see if he answers now. So Brian, before you do that, Brian. There you go. Good. Yeah. We don't want to spread people's private information.
Calls, guys, so I'm anchored down. I'm in this for the long haul.
Oh, dude.
Whatever y'all want to do.
You're here for a long time, not a good time. I mean, the good part is too. We're going on hour 2-ish of this show here. At least it's not 4 hours like the last Gridlife one.
Yeah, the one was very long.
The last show was. I mean, this is very different from the Midwest.
Yeah, that was too much. And I've also kind of like the Top Garage guys. I've heard a lot of people say that's their favorite and least favorite episode.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it was a shit show. I mean, we definitely hardly scripted. I know you guys don't script shit, but like
no, there was no
hardly
scripting.
structure.
It was just
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live, dude. Yeah.
It was a mess, but a beautiful mess. Bless this mess.
Bless this mess, dude. I have that tattooed on my lower back actually.
Yeah.
It's fresh. It's fresh jam. I'm gonna debut it in South. So.
I forget where I read it, but it was like judging by the fact that you're calling me a fucker because I won't accept your coupon means that you're not really living the live, laugh, love lifestyle. Look like I guess someone is trying to buy a live, laugh, love sign.
That's heavy. No, I can relate.
Something. It's like
I saw.
I want to do an Instagram of just live, laugh, love signs I find in Airbnbs. It would be very popular.
I saw a meme of a casket, and it was an open casket, and inside the open part of the casket was embroidered "lived, laughed, loved," and I LOL'd.
That's pretty good.
It's kind of dark, but it's kind of funny. Like,
how do you want to be buried, or not buried? How do you want to be disposed of? Like,
honestly,
just
like
throw you in
I
the
would,
trash, or what are we doing?
I'm total cremation guy, and I'm not like a cheesy cremation guy. Like, so. And you guys are gonna scoff at this because it's down the street from you, but the Grand Canyon's on my bucket list, and like, if I don't find time in my travels to go to the Grand Canyon for fun,
dude, just come to Phoenix.
Just dump me in the Grand Canyon, like literally in a porta-john and a construction site close to the Grand Canyon is fine.
Here's the thing: just come to Phoenix. I can end you. Listen, I can end you.
You keep saying that. We had this conversation. Like, well, I don't know if we got enough room because this guy doesn't have room.
I told you I told you I have room. Like, it might be just a couch, but there's
Taco
room.
has a fucking mansion.
Yeah, it's big enough for you. Up. Who that?
Those AirPods? Those are AirPods. This guy's not cut out for podcasts. Oh my god.
This is so goddamn loud.
Well, turn it down then, Dodo.
That's Nick's fault because he's a loud motherfucker.
Wait, Nick, is this your son? Is this your baby boy?
Again, I wouldn't disown them, but I'd probably lay pretty low. I wouldn't answer. I wouldn't tell everybody, yes, that's my son.
Pay my child support. What, you wouldn't visit?
I'd fight it. I'd fight it in court.
Yeah, that'd be nice though. But like, Daddy sends a couple $100 a month for Mom to buy some nice clothes for little baby Tim and for herself.
Yeah.
But Dad would not. You know, maybe he'd send a card at Christmas, maybe an Xbox when you turn 10, but that's it.
Yeah, and they were like, yo, you get weekends. I'm like, I got shit going on, guys. I can't do it. It's good.
Yeah, and then later on when Dad needs a kidney, he's
Hang on.
Go up.
What flavor we got there, big dog?
Fucking Ruby Grapefruit.
What? Matching Crocs. That's next level.
I'm pretty pumped that
I literally cannot figure out Skype at all. This is like,
looks like you're doing
you're
great.
so tiny.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Don't put your face by the fucking camera. Just sit where you're. Oh my god.
But that's our real size. We're actually tiny people. We're tiny boys here.
I've seen Nick in real life.
He's a tiny boy.
Yeah.
We are petite.
I'm tiny, dude. I'm tiny.
Petite.
Oh, I didn't get to say it with the Top Garage guys, but before you introduce yourself and say who you are, I want to tell you my favorite Nick story. Hopefully the Top Garage guys are still listening because Nick was talking shit on their behavior. I want to talk a little bit about Nick and I think this is my favorite Gridlife moment of all the Gridlifes. If you listen to the podcast, you guys might know about my bathroom VIP needs. Like, I really like to find the best, most air-conditioned bathroom at the track, no matter what. Because it's important to me to know that I have the best number 2Z experience I can have. And
now I know.
And I know that bathroom. I found it at Gridlife Alpine in Colorado, and there's like 2 air-conditioned, nice, ventilated bathrooms next to each other. Both doors are locked, and I'm just waiting outside for like 10 minutes. And I think I just had to pee at this point. Like, I just needed to go, and there wasn't another bathroom nearby.
Don't be humble and don't know. You need to go number 2. This was a number 2.
I don't remember.
You had a number 2 face.
You ever take a hot shit?
Perez, this ain't about.
I've done so many. I've done so many at FD, but okay. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm waiting outside this bathroom for 10 minutes, and I'm looking at my phone, looking at my phone, and then I hear a door open. I look up eagerly, and Nick comes out, just full stride, doesn't stop, we don't greet each other. Granted, we'd seen each other like earlier, like the previous day or whatever, but he just walks by me, calmed but very serious. He just looks at me and goes, "Nope."
Yep. It's because I care about you.
And just kept on walking. But it's so funny that there was no interaction. There was nothing else. It was just a very stern, nope.
And you knew. And at that moment, you knew. Now, I will shed some light on this. Is total like inside between you and I because no one else will get it. But if so, next year in the neighboring room, that one like conference room.
That's what I ended up using.
Yep, that's the best one.
That was the best one.
Well, now the cat's out of the bag.
Nope, you still can't get there, so it doesn't matter.
But then Brian was doing filming in the room right adjacent to that bathroom, though. Hopefully my shame didn't infest the room you're in, Brian.
I'm gonna stage it next time.
We had to
be
deal
in
with it,
there
but
next
it's
time
all
he's
right.
interviewing you or Greg or whatever.
Yeah.
You just hear the tummy shouts.
The tummy shouts. All right, I like that.
Hey guys, I don't want to be a party pooper, but we have a guest.
Yeah, Paco, we're getting to him.
Oh God, okay, we're getting to him.
I want to hear about your bowels.
What's your favorite tummy? Hold on. What's your favorite tummy shout story?
Mine personally?
Yeah, what's your favorite tummy shout?
Do you have a tummy shout story about me? I don't think you do.
I don't. No, I definitely do. But you didn't warn me. You don't like me as much as Sam, so you were just like, have at it.
Not true.
I just fucking walked into a storm.
So I live with.
Actually, that's bullshit. You brag all the time.
100%. Yeah, I'm a pretty proud father. So everybody, this is Mike Perez.
Mike Perez, I have a very serious question to start this off. Should I buy this Chucky Finster from Rugrats holding a White Claw t-shirt from Etsy?
You fucked up that you didn't already.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be, express delivery by August 21st. Fuck.
Yo, deliver to the track. Deliver to the track.
I don't know what day it is.
That's next Wednesday. But
Deliver to the track.
Deliver it to the track.
What's the track address?
Just buy it. You know when you're depressed, add the cart.
Yeah. I always, when I get depressed, I do buy things on Amazon, which is pretty much every day that I'm depressed. So I buy things every day on Amazon, and it's pretty good. It's a good life I lead.
I think it's 5300 Winder Highway, Brazelton, Georgia, and I don't know the zip code, but I know have that much.
I do have the hotel address, so I could do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say deliver to the track, care of Gridlife, care of Nick Swan, and I will open it for you. And then, judging by the size of the shirts that you purchase,
what size are you? Medium?
Yeah, I'm a extra medium. I'm a 2 extra medium, 2X medium.
Okay.
And so, but I don't want the same shirt as you. I want us in.
This is the best White Claw shirt they have. Every other one says there ain't no laws in your drinking closet, and I can't abide that.
I don't support that. Yeah.
All right. You can do whatever you want.
All right, guest. All right, guest. Who are you?
I'm Mike Perez. I'm working right now.
What are you working on?
You guys are rude.
Dude, he's in his fucking bedroom. He ain't working on shit.
I can't flip the thing. I don't know how to do that. But I'm working. I'm editing video for Ferocious Motorsports. Woo. I'm a marketing director over there. Woo. And then in my other spare time, I'm killing myself trying to get my car ready to come hang out.
What car?
I have a white Supra.
Yeah.
It's a white Supra. It's getting another Jay-Z in it, maybe for the last time. But we'll see how this one lasts. Because Nick's probably the worst person ever to have conversations with. But yeah, it took a lot of time to do the extra things that I kind of put off to the sides, all like the little details. Bigger, like better pistons and all the extra machine work. So trying to put everything together so I can stop blowing stuff up, have more fun.
Well, why? So you blew your old 2J setup. You blew it up at
at Sky High. I blew it up in May over at VRR at Hyperfest, and unfortunately, it lasted longer than it should. It was a fighter. It held on the entire time with no oil, and it wiped out everything, top to bottom. So I lost a lot of parts.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Yeah, 2Js are reliable."
With this guy.
What are you doing to him?
Well, see, what you do is it's like the hokey pokey. You put this foot in and you leave it in.
Yeah.
And then you kind of shake all about. It's a lot of fun, but every once in a while something gives. And usually when something gives, I don't stop either because I never ran any gauges or anything.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hal Tech for the race back.
Sam,
Overrated.
the dude runs an Audi dashboard in a Supra
Why?
because it
I
fits
didn't want
the
to ruin the
cage.
dash.
Yeah, sure.
It
that
fits
makes sense.
between the A pillar bars.
Yeah,
Well, it
that's
does.
cool.
So I can take it out. I bought it for $30 off a buddy, and it fits right in the cage. I didn't cut anything. I just zip tied it in there, and it fits.
It's a good look. It's a good look.
I really wanted a dash in there that didn't have anything on the bottom because the Super Dash has such a big cowl on it that like when
and
you
it
start
wraps
taking those
down.
plastics
It's
out,
cool.
It falls
So
apart.
without getting too nerdy about it, Perez's Supra is really cool. In my opinion, and I'm not trying to like fluff him up here because I tell him
it
piece
is
of
cool.
shit all the time.
We've
It's
seen
cool
him out
because, well, think about it. Like 90, my stats are way off tonight, but like the vast majority of like Supra owners and Supra fans are like strict purists, and
and
like,
his
even,
is battle
and
Supra.
not and not to like not and I love Rad Dan. I spent a lot of good time with Rad Dan. So Radical Daniel, I love Radical Daniel and Renee. Shout out to you guys. I spent a lot of good homie time with him in St. Louis last weekend. I love him, but
hey, I need new pants, Renee. Thanks.
But even Perez was in the room when we talked about like going a different route with a different route with the Supra here soon, hopefully.
As in clean it up and make it not a drift missile.
Oh no, we're gonna add a couple pistons and some reliability and a little bit of chop and maybe like one less cam. But it's just funny because the vast majority of Supra owners and fans are purists because like don't fuck up the MK4 like it's
which I
such a great car.
love seeing abused MK4s for that
Same.
reason.
It's kind of the reason why I won't fix the bodywork until off season. It's just like that character all year long. A, I'm a peasant, I can't afford it, and two, it kind of like irks people a little bit. And when you see a drift car that's like thrashed and has all that character, not falling apart, like everything's bolted on, but like cracked, I'm into that. I like seeing stuff that's used and then fixed, then used again.
Perez isn't like a style king. Like I still want to consult with him on some like design.
I'm wearing
ideas.
Crocs.
He's wearing Crocs. Accessorized Crocs, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you guys see the guy that made the Crocs gloves got?
I saw
from Crocs.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he made these cool custom one of Crocs gloves, and he was going to start selling
For
them.
hand condoms.
He should have called them.
Well, they're fingerless.
Crocs. He should have called them Crocs.
Yeah, but he got a cease and desist, unfortunately.
But no. So Perez isn't like a style god. He's not like fanboy inspired by JDM. He's his own style, and I appreciate that. But again, he never shows up unless they're just destroyed. He doesn't show up missing panels. The car might be smoking and leaking, and it might be literally losing a wheel on grid like Colorado when he borrowed a car. But the dude rips. He gives no shits. Like guys, seriously. Sam, Paco.
Yeah.
Perez is.
We've seen him drive at the last two. Have you been to each South? I forget.
Yeah, I've been 2 Souths, but I skipped last year because I blew stuff up again.
Yeah, I did the first 2 Souths. Yeah,
Oh,
and then
I've seen this dude shred like an asshole before. It's beautiful.
Dude, it's so good. It's so
beautiful.
Good. Like it's
probably the best compliment I've ever gotten.
Thank God there are no clipping points or zones or precision needed for Gridlife. Like, get to point A to point B and don't kill someone. And he's like,
and that's already a win.
Don't kill someone?
I shouldn't do this on the internet, but like all that is fun, and like there's a time and a place for that to be precise and precision and stunt drive and do what you need to do. But there's also like a whole spectrum of this that is very action sportsy, that you could just try to do things that you kind of don't know that you can, but you have a very good confidence that you're not going to die. Like any asshole that's ever done a backflip on anything, like you don't know, but you do it because you feel real good about it. And like those moments of like going past that are not going to be the cleanest thing ever.
No.
But god damn it, they're fun. And I'd rather do that all day long. All day long.
I like how, so obviously the people that listen to our podcast regularly know we're Claw fans. Obviously people that go to Gridlife know we're Claw fans. But did everyone on the show kind of independently, every guest we've had has had Claw? It's kind of insane.
Well,
you just know.
I don't normally toot my own horn here, guys, but beep beep. I will, and I give full credit to Pat Gooden. Pat Gooden got me on So
he got everyone. Pat Gooden was the fucking
the OG.
He was
the OG White Claw bringer.
Is he Paul Granddad?
So Pat Gooden got me on claws.
He's the Grand Wizard of claws.
Pat is also very.
I don't know if we can say that.
What'd you say?
I said he's the Grand Wizard of claws.
Pat's going to Gridlife. Can we make him a staff out of claw cans?
Pat's going to Gridlife, but not driving, is he?
Pat is going to Gridlife and driving.
He's driving.
Why isn't he on the fucking flyer? Why you diss Pat like that?
Pat's not a flyer type, dude. He's in a low key cruise in and just fucking wreck people, dude.
Sorry.
We're trying to get people to come to Gridlife, Sam, not scare them away.
So I will say this though, Pat will be driving, but he's not driving a car that he owns or built.
Is it going to be a stock G36 or G35 again?
No.
Nitrous?
No. I'm trying to hype Pat up here. It's a great car that has driven in Gridlife before.
Are you giving Pat the car to drive?
Pat's going to drive very, very hard, and people need to look behind him. Like, Pat's coming for fucking fun next weekend.
What car did you bring me to drive?
I haven't decided if I'm renting a car yet or not, but if I rent something, dude, it's all yours when I'm not using it. So.
Can we drive Mike Supra?
Then, well, first of all, hopefully we finally have a golf cart of our own to call our own. Looking at you, Chris Stewart. Otherwise, I'm gonna need some transport. What do you think my options are to day of? Like if
Road Atlanta's not that big, dude. Like you can just walk it.
What?
Are you?
I heard you can do burnouts on Groms. So why don't you go Groms?
Burnouts on Groms.
Oh my God! Here goes. Perez, you're just as bad as Sam.
I need Grom, or I'm just trying to think like what kind of mobility. I did actually tell Greg Buselli, he's hospitality / manager of talent, and I guess for some reason in this world we would be considered talent. So I said that the move is to get a sponsorship from Rascal Mobility Scooters, and imagine just 20 or 30 party bullies rolling around on 30 Rascals. Imagine the drama that would hold.
If you take the average age of the party bullies, I feel like it would make sense. I feel like you guys are qualified for free scooters. Yeah.
Yeah, coolers in the baskets, just doing wheelies.
Yeah. I would say shout out to at Rascal Scooters, but they probably don't have Instagram because their demo is not really there. So.
Hey, Twitter. They're on Twitter.
Yeah, he's Twitterverse. Yeah. Hey, what's the Jitterbug verse?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That's no ageism. Let's do a couple questions from the internet from Mike here. Mikey. This one's from Frederick Osbo S. Where do lollipops come from?
What's his name? Who's this guy's name?
Frederick Osbo.
Where do lollipops come from? The world may never know.
From the Lollipop Guild.
Very good. That was a deep cut. He did a Tootsie Pop reference there. That's good. I was hoping you answered correctly. Thank you very much. Then there's another one here that I got. This one is from Greg Michelle. So Greg, if your stomach could talk, what would it say?
Ouch, my collarbones.
Got him.
Sorry, Greg.
Got him.
Oh, Greggy.
Get well, Greg. I'm sorry.
Well
but
soon.
His shoes did not come off. So
that's how you know it's not serious.
He won.
But he probably had
come off, so he won.
He probably had clip-ins though. So
yeah, he probably had the Crocs thing back for business mode.
There's no video of the
4-wheel drive.
There's no video of the impact, which I mean, usually when there's video, that's where the shoes come off. But there's no video, so
he's saving it for YouTube. He's going to be one of those motorcycle yelling at people on their cell phones, and then he just gets taken out.
Yeah.
It'll be a hit. You'll see it on Ridiculousness soon. It'll be all over the internet.
Ridiculousness.
It's the only thing on TV that does web stuff. I lied.
We don't watch TV anymore.
I don't have cable, man. Look, that was the last time I watched cable.
That's okay. No one has cable anymore. Oh, dead air.
Question, Sam.
Sorry. I was trying to look at the next question. This is a good one. Are there any restaurants that serve breast milk as a beverage?
If it would be, it'd be a Fridays.
TGI Fridays. Yeah.
Fridays had a brunch, dude.
New breast milk.
It'd be breast milk.
Yeah.
It would do breast milk and Bloody Marys.
I want to dive in here and interject and say it's only because that's the closest sit-down chain restaurant to Mike Perez's house right now.
No. Yes, it is.
Friday?
You're-
It is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I stayed there.
it's closer than Taco Bell.
I lived with Mike
You did.
Perez for
You did.
a glorious, beautiful 6 weeks
Horrible
or so.
roommate.
Wow.
Horrible roommate. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Mike.
You just shit in the bathroom, no warning. It was horrible.
Who gives a warning? Who goes to the roommate? Hey man, I'm not.
No, I don't want you knocking on the door like crossing paths. You give Sam a heads up. I walk in there, I get hit with a brick shit house.
Oh, I didn't give Sam a heads up because I was pooping. I gave Sam a heads up because I just pooped.
Yeah, and it was
There's
a
a
very
big difference.
clear. There was no confusion about what he was relaying to me. It was a very stern, very simple.
And I want to point out that
This is why we
Sam.
should live together, Nick.
I want to point out that Sam has a very, very strict and great sense of humor.
Very
And
strict.
Dude, Sam genuinely, like, gutturally laughed.
Yeah,
when I said nope.
And I feel
and
like
I'll never forget it.
the room didn't explode when I retold the story.
No.
So I consider myself a pretty good storyteller. But there was just something in the moment that was so magical in that the atmosphere was perfect, and the look on Nick's face. The look on Nick's face was because Nick is a smiley boy. He smiles a lot, but he was
like
not
you're reading a
smiling.
graphic novel right now.
Nick was not smiling when he said this note.
I was very serious.
Very serious.
I was genuinely looking out for Sam. I did not want him to go in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I never got that kind of love, Sam. Just let me walk in there.
Yeah, well, you know.
I get it.
Get in where you fit in, bud.
I actually got a question from the internet for not that the other ones weren't from the internet, but I got a personal one that someone messaged me. Wade Wilson, do you know who that is?
I know Wade.
He says, ask Mike Perez how much money did he make on his Pornhub bid.
Ooh.
Not enough. I'm still living here.
True.
You gotta
do
plug
more porn.
Do you want to plug that dinger? You got your dinger on the internet somewhere?
Yeah, so if you go on my profile or like a bit.ly link / Mike Perez, it kind of has one of these things. I don't know if you guys can see it or not because all I see is Sam's face on my screen. But there's one of those, and then there's porn, and you get to watch a whore get fucked by the entire state of Florida.
Okay, time. Let me do it better. So last fall, Mike decided it was a great idea to drive his bucket piece of shit Supra from fucking Philadelphia to Central Florida for OSW Black Friday.
Yeah, I made it.
I have no idea how, but he did make it.
I have no windows, no heat, no radio.
Yeah,
no
it was. He literally he caught all 4 seasons. He drove in ice, rain, like warm weather, cold weather, hot weather, all of it, and drove almost the entirety of OSW Black Friday weekend, which is a 3-day event. I believe.
No, I drove out. I drove out of the event. I drove down, and it had started having issues almost to the hotel.
And then my favorite. Okay, so and then later on, Dylan Hedrick, who shot the video, him and Perez coordinated, and they debuted the video at a gentleman's club outside of Philadelphia. Thank you for the invite, by the way. Pat and I had a great time. The GS is still sitting still because of how good of a night I had that night. But we had a great time. Dylan couldn't upload the video to YouTube or Vimeo because of music rights. So we're at the strip club. Dylan's trying to figure out how to upload this video for the debut. The reason we're all here, or Mike was. So it goes to Pornhub, and sure enough, approved, and we watch it via Pornhub.
Oh, God.
But the best part about the whole story is it's about Mike driving a Supra from Pennsylvania to Florida and back to hell and back, but it was to hell because shortly after that.
All right, so we never made it back.
Shut up, Mike. Shut up. So shortly after they left Florida, the car breaks down, and it's borderline catastrophic. They can't drive the car back to Pennsylvania. They have to trailer it because he had a support truck and trailer go with him. But these dum-dums packed the truck full of people, and once the car broke down, the people in the car, him and Dylan, had nowhere to sit in the truck. So they rode in the trailer, in the car, back to Pennsylvania.
I tried fixing it. I tried fixing it in the trailer, but it wasn't having it. Shout out to
while it was going down the road.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
My brother's a horrible driver, by the way. My brother's hands down the worst, but don't ever. You know what? And for like kids out there, don't ever ride in the back of the trailer behind a truck.
Yeah,
because at any time, that was.
And you have no warning.
Fun, stupid things. No, it was bad.
Well, were you sitting in the Supra? So you were safe, and you're probably the safest person there if you're sitting in the Supra.
Well, so we didn't start there, but it was so bad that we ended up there.
They started in fold-out lawn chairs in the trailer.
Yeah, we were chilling. We had music blasting. I was working on the car trying to fix it because I had every intention of unloading this thing as soon as I fixed it. And I had an injector driver fail in the ECU, and now I got a Haltech, so I don't have to worry about that nonsense. Shout out to Haltech. And shameless plugs. And then I couldn't fix it, so then we got into the car because literally we were all over the place. We were catching air. Like I was working on the car, and we'd hit a bump, and all of a sudden we were in the air.
That you were working on the car too while in a moving trailer trying to fix your car.
Majority of all this, shameless plug again, is in that video. Go watch
Pornhub.com.
No, it's a fun video. I miss the days of fun
videos.
It's a great video.
It's called Exploited College Supra, and you can check it out on the Pornhub.
Yeah, it's called MK4 DDP.
We're also, if anybody's interested, we're doing it again this year. I really don't want to, but we're going to do it again. There's a lot of people involved, a lot of people local from up here. We're going to drive.
This is a Gridlife episode, dum dum. Come on.
You're all gonna street shark it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, you have to. Rules.
Yeah. So I used to get really nervous street sharking my S14 20 minutes to the track in Arizona, and even then, half the time the car would have to be AAA'd back home. So.
Well, every time
the widest thing you ever said was it had to be AAA back home. It wasn't like I gotta call a homie. Like, no, dude, I'm gonna call.
It was a fun. Well, I didn't really know anyone at the time. I knew like Paco. I just more or less showed up at the track. I'm like, hi, I'm Sam, and I want to drift. And I met Paco day one, but like Paco, you drove the van there.
I was
right?
driving the van, yeah.
Yeah, he street sharked his fucking Tofu Drift Previa. I street sharked my S14. As a street shark lifestyle. No one we knew had trailers.
Right.
Well, so this year I'm probably ending up driving. I'm going to street drive down to Atlanta. I'm actually going to go to Haltech first and meet up with Andrew DiMartino and his SC, and then we're going to drive from there over to the track. Mostly because I don't have a trailer, so
yeah.
The only way I'm getting there is if I'm street driving.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we gotta shut it down so we can not do another 4-hour show, but. Excited to see you back at the South. Are you gonna moon us? What are you doing? Right,
he's channeling his Pornhub right now.
He just ejected from his chair. That was the
best. Ejectocito, guys.
That was the best exit I've seen of any guest on the show. Congratulations. And he's out.
It's gone.
It's out. Yeah, it's out.
Holy shit, that was good.
I
These
did.
shows are my favorite, Nick. I hate to say it, but these Gridlife shows are the best.
I posted the link, by the way, to his Pornhub video.
Yeah, you found it?
Yeah, it's posted.
We had an injection seat exit that was excellent. We had a team of rowdy, awesome dudes. We had a grill. We had a real life drift grill. We had a really good people on the show, and that's just a slight sampling of those that'll be out of Gridlife. We didn't talk to any of the pros because we talked to those dickheads often enough.
Yeah.
I
think the driver count for next weekend is around 50. If I'm not mistaken, I have to recount the pros drivers list, but it's around 50. So
I'm looking at this file. We can go through the names quickly here, but I gotta eat some food, so I'm not gonna sound too long. So I'm starving. But on this list, you've got 2 tabs here: 802 and 815. What's up with that?
So traditionally, we do 3 waves of Gridlife Drift application approvals. This year we did. I'll call it 3.5, or 2.5 rather. So we did 2 waves of approvals, and I had to communicate with some of our drivers, and those drivers, they might not be mentioned in what you're about to go, the list you're about to go through.
I only see 29 names total.
Yeah. Well, that's on the first tab. On the 802 tab, it's 29 names.
But a lot of these names are repeated.
Oh. Well, we can freestyle it. Again, I apologize.
Yeah, well, let's go down the list. Not everyone will be named on here, of course, but let's go through some of the names. Paco, you got your list open?
I got it right here. Should we start with? There's number 2. There's no number 1.
We'll start at number 2. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Because Nick, as we all know, doesn't usually start with 1. He goes straight to number 2s.
100%. Yeah, that's my style. Yeah.
So first one is these are people that are driving Gridlife South. Not all of them, but most of them. And not the pros aren't on here, right? Because they're just they're on the fly.
Right.
You already know
these
they're
are
driving.
our Joe's list. Yeah.
So first one is Kevin, Buddha. I'm trying to.
Wow, Sam, that's horrible.
Paco, why don't you butcher his name?
Kovan Abubakir.
That's Kovan Abubakir.
Well, why don't you do it instead, Nick? Thank you.
I don't have the list in front of me, dude. I'm on my phone
Nick,
right
you're
now.
so unprepared, dude.
100%.
Kovan started his life as a humble underwater welder, and then he lost his arm in a terrible underwater.
Kovan's birth name is actually John Taylor, and it wasn't exotic enough for his
John
line of
Taylor
work,
Thomas. So he's the kid from Home Improvement.
I didn't want to plug the JTT thing, but that is the middle brother from Home Improvement.
Okay, that's cool. I'm wondering what he's been doing. I'm excited to see him.
So JTT now Kovan caught a tan over the past few years, pretty consistent tan, and he's going to be driving an S13, I believe, and it'll be his first grid life as well. So he's looking forward to it. It'll be a fun time.
Next on the list we have Yavini Sandwich.
Can you guys get like normal named people to go to Grid Life?
This is an international event. Yeah,
Paco, coming from a dude like you that is a foreign person.
Yeah.
You can't
Mexican.
Jesus, Nick.
Are you assuming that you have a sandwich is foreign, Sam? That's very wrong.
You said you get a normal name. His name is normal to him because he's a human being of the world.
True.
That's just what his name is. So you have a sandwich. Tell us about him, Nicholas.
I don't know what's the name?
Yevgeny Simonovich.
Simonovich.
That's actually it's a returning Grid Life driver. He's with the Night Owl Performance guys. It's an S13 if I'm not mistaken.
S13 2JZ from Night Owl Performance.
Yeah, Night Owl this is their third, maybe fourth year. Oh, the guest of honor, Corey's here.
He's been yelling the entire show. I don't know if you guys have been hearing him.
Nope.
How did you get a baby leopard?
His name's Bucket, and he's my special boy.
Aw, look at those spots. Hi, Bucket. He doesn't speak English, whatever.
No, he does. He doesn't
clearly not. So Simonovich, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Simonovich.
He's been driving Grid Life for a while. Always brings a good setup. Multiple cars coming from the Night Owl camp.
Oh, cool.
And looking forward to having him back.
Nice.
All right, then we've got
another Nick.
No, I don't even need to. Nicholas no back. He ain't got no back. Sorry about that. He actually did lose his back in an underwater welding incident.
Straight from neck to butt, dude.
Neck to butt.
Neck to butt, dude. Yeah.
He's driving an E36 BMW, so let's keep an eye on him.
Yeah, keep an eye on those guys. Those guys are rough. Mike Perez, you know about him. Dustin Miles.
Ooh.
This is Dustin Miles.
How do you guys approve them after?
So we're actually going to reconfigure his safety harnesses this weekend or next weekend to not. He's not going to have. It's going to have like a lock, like a zip tie. Lock on.
Just zip tied his cam lock.
Yeah, and so he's not going to be able to get out of his harnesses. So he can, if he does lose a side skirt during a session, he can't get out.
Nice.
Of his car like he did in Midwest. So.
Oh, that's him. He's the special boy.
Special boy.
Blake Tomahawk is out here.
Blake Tomahawk is back. Yeah, that's shout out to No Mind Drift, Midwest drift team. And Blake is, dude, he's a core Grid Life homie. He came and drove Alpine with us in the Silver S14, did the test laps with me Thursday to test out the track. And shout out to all those guys. Really, really good drivers and great cars. So
nice.
And then we have
Agustin
Mr.
Regina.
We talked to him earlier. He's on a Top Garage. And he actually is the power bottom of Top Garage. I did remember hearing.
Yeah, awesome vagina.
Emmett Ash is so he's kind of a verse top. Emmett Ash will be, he goes where he needs to, but prefers top. Sloan, are all these Top Garage boys all in a row here? It looks like it.
Emmett,
Sloan, and Vincent Moore,
Spider-Man,
Christopher Maffei,
yeah,
Christopher Mufasa, Patrick Hare. Is he a Top Garage boy?
So Patrick actually won't be joining us.
Oh,
It's an old school Team Rowdy homie from Atlanta. He won't be joining us, but I did replace his spot, and I can't remember with who. So I'm sad to say.
Sorry to hear
got
that,
his
Patrick.
spot, but that won't get an announcement. But yeah, Patrick won't be there.
So the next driver is actually a really interesting driver, Jonathan Nairn, and he's been airing his legs a lot. So he's actually got no hair down there. He's been using Nair.
Yeah, Nair.
He's got the smoothest. So eyebrows down, actually. He's just like a fucking slicked up dolphin.
Like an Olympic swimmer.
Yeah, it's disturbing and fascinating and beautiful.
I believe.
Yeah, no, I told him to coin the hashtag "Nair it out," but he didn't go with it. So.
He's driving a very interesting car, by the way.
And 2019 Shelby Super Snake.
Super Snake Shelby, yeah. So that's gonna be a cool car.
Yeah, Naren was at Midwest with us, if you guys remember.
Yep. We had him on the show, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't know your guest list because I wasn't. I was included in the show.
You were in the show.
Wow, Nick.
Sorry, guys.
Vaughn told us on our regular episode earlier in the week that he's going to be ripping a fucking new GT500 Shelby. I'm very excited about that.
At Gridlife.
Yeah, I think he's going to be gripping it mostly, but I imagine he might try a little drift in it. But
my favorite thing about Gridlife Driftcast Max Driftcast episodes is what I learned, because there's so many things that I don't know.
Well, you could listen to our regular Maximum Driftcast show if you gave it.
Oh, he announced it on your show.
Yeah. You would know if you cared.
No, I tuned in for that, but.
Oh, well then why are you acting surprised?
Because I wasn't listening. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the episode.
This is what I'm talking about. Jesus Christ.
Who's the next driver?
Philip.
Philip Cock.
Philip Cock. Yeah, so that's.
I mean, his name says it all.
Well, we approved him for Midwest. He wasn't there, but we did deem him Philip Cock.
So he slated you.
So he applied for Midwest, got approved, didn't show, but then I saw him at a following Formula Drift round with a hard card crewing for Dustin Miles, and his hard card says Philip Cock. So we did good, boys. We did really good.
He drives. Wait, hold on. He drives an R34 GTR, so that's gonna be a cool car to look at. Yep.
Really?
Yeah, but it's rear-wheel drive. Yeah, I don't know if it's GT.
Not GTR. 98 Skyline. It's a R34 Skyline.
It's an R34.
Yeah.
He actually got the front-wheel drive conversion on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a B16 swap. CTR trans.
All right.
And then we got Matt Wethagen.
Local lazy boy, Matt Hagen.
And he's actually been on our radar for a while because he's got the wettest Hagen we've ever seen. So that's just one thing.
Like and you can't do anything with a dry Hagen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
He's also driving an R34, by the way, which he just debuted last round on FD. So hopefully we get to see him. That car looks pretty hot.
He's got that 85255 zip code. That zip code I was raised in. What 85255 representation. Scottsdale boys.
Well, you're not neighbors anymore because you took off to LA.
Yeah, I had to hit the beach, bro.
The beach, bro.
And then Rolando Alfredo.
Rolando Parmesan Alfredo. If you guys can remember from Colorado or Alpine Festival.
Yeah.
Black 350Z, really understated car. Like, it's not a really loud livery, but it's a nice, like, it reflects at night. But Rolando goes way back with me. He's a Midwest homie from Kansas City, or outside of Kansas City. Super clean car. It's a very, very mild LS swap 350Z, and the dude is a serious ripper.
Nice.
It'll be his first time driving south, so.
We're seeing him go for a rip. It's crazy to see like the difference of the tracks. Like at Alpine Horizon, the Pikes Peak Speedway is not a technical track. Like there's definitely some technical aspects to the track. I like that your first drivers meeting, you're telling the guys like yo, there are no outer clips. If you're on the green paint, you're doing it wrong. And then 10 minutes later, everyone is using, because he had to though for the line.
I know, I get it after the fact, but like I said, treat the green paint like a wall. And then drivers were putting their tire like outside of the green paint, their front tire.
Yeah,
like, it was insane.
But also to be fair,
but it made
around
sense.
that first long corner, you kind of had to do a linkable course. But but also you were trying not to get kids' arms knocked off by spoilers, so I
Right.
get where your head was at.
And we lost no arms or faces
Thankfully,
at Alpine. So
about once every month, someone posts on our Driftcast discussion board that beautiful photo of the media kid that got hit in the face by a wing. And
yeah, not our event, but it certainly happened.
yeah, it wasn't Gridlife, of course, but it does make me
Right.
nervous every time I see anyone
Right.
near a K. We have Matt Schulman. We talked to him. Stevie Ray.
Stevie
Charles.
Ray Vaughan. Yeah, Ray Charles. He's
And
blind. He's blind drifter.
He's the only blind drifter you've ever had here.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But we trust him.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, you gotta respect. You gotta respect not seeing. You know.
Yeah. Show respect when respect's due.
Yeah. I forget where it came from, but the whole idea it's like oh, you like girls with glasses fetish, like that's your thing. You like librarians, like girl with glasses. Like, yeah, I really dig chicks that don't see so good.
That's me, dude.
Yeah, you got a glasses fetish?
No, I just like girls that can't see how ugly I am.
Am I horning you up right now, Nick?
What?
You're the most beautiful man I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you. Well, you have glasses, so.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. You got
Helps.
a girl in your life, a special or a boy, whatever it suits you. You
No
have
girl, no boy. I mean, I got a lot of boys, but not romantically.
Would you like any of them to be romantic? If you had to pick one, if you had to pick one of your boys to be romantic with, who would it be?
Greg.
Ooh, yeah, it had to be Greg. Greg knows me inside and out.
Ooh.
I bet Greg would be a very giving lover. He would, or would it be all
Oh,
take?
for sure.
Yeah.
No,
something
giving.
to say. Giving.
Yeah.
Jacob Jones.
Yeah.
This is Jeff Jones' little baby brother. Jacob Jones is
Yeah.
actually a 7-year-old. I can't believe you guys are letting a 7-year-old drive a 1990 Nissan.
Well,
But they
it's
keep on
in
getting
Jeff Jones's old car, and so we know the car's good, and it should be fine. Yeah.
It'll be good. It's a 90s.
Yeah. Anybody from the Jeff Jones family is good in our book.
Mm-hmm. Duarte Vaney. Vane.
Yeah, it's a Vaney Dart. Vaney Dart.
Yeah. And he's driving a 2004 Dodge Dart. No, it's a 2004 BMW M3. That's cool. CJ Swap.
Yeah.
You know, what's his story? What's he do?
So Duarte, I think I'm saying that pronouncing it correctly. He's Southern Florida, if I'm not mistaken, but he's part of Drift HQ, Drift headquarters, if you want to call it that. And I've dealt with them, not dealt with, but
they hate it when you call them.
I've had them on grid with me for sure at the OSW events that I've helped run grid for. I'm not sure if Drift HQ has been to Gridlife in the past, but good group of guys. They coordinate some of their own events down in Southern Florida, and they always attend the big OSW drift events that I do at OSW with Tyson. Yeah, good group of guys. Good drivers, great cars, but they just care. They really give a shit about community and the people there. They've cooked me like great food and brought it to me on grid. They're just about it. So it's a good group, and I'm looking forward to having them at Gridlife.
We got Mr. Who've after all, Rahimi, and it's Rahimi.
Rahimi.
I don't know his name. I want to be clear that I do know the name I'm choosing.
He's only human.
Secret. I have a list of all these people's actual names. I'm riffing. So
Total mock names, yeah.
I'm just gonna go. No, Nick, you got to whisper because right now we're going behind the curtain.
Total
and then
mock names.
So then let's go in front of the curtain again. All right.
All right.
Human Rahini.
Human Rahini.
He's got the biggest booty of them all, and that's why you always have him out at.
Yep.
He knows how to work.
Well, it's actually because Blink 182 is a big Gridlife sponsor, and they sponsor his car with his livery.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't even.
Shout out to
You know
Blink
what's funny?
182.
I've been thinking there was something very familiar about that livery, and it's not. What's the album after Dude Ranch?
Yeah.
But what's the name of the album?
I think it is Dude Ranch.
No, it's not Dude Ranch. Dude Ranch has the cow's balls on it.
And it's not Enema of the State.
Nope, that's the hot chick with the glove.
Yeah. I can't remember, but
I'm gonna Google Blink. No, this is very important. We gotta pause the show. Blink 182
Fair
albums. It's self-titled. That's why I don't know. It's just called Blink 182. All right.
Oh, well, there it is.
Blink-182 music still holds up very well. Dude Ranch, great album.
Oh, dude, I've got a really, really good. Well, I think it's really, really good. Like I call it Young and Angsty on Spotify.
That's your Spotify. Hit me with some bands.
It's it's like 80% Blink. So
hell yeah. I've got a bunch of really good Spotify playlist names. Lately, I've been kind of I get these musical ruts where all I do is listen to lo-fi hip hop to chill / relax to. I'm kind of in one of those right now. On my ride home, I did listen to Oliver Tree.
Oh, okay.
Who was a star at the Midwest Gridlife for this year. I'm a big fan of days. Oliver Tree is awesome. So I've got my playlist are vocal EDM, post. That's the hardcore. A lot of Under Oath on there.
Oh, I thought it was like Post Malone.
No. I'm talking like post rock, post hardcore. I've got Fancy Gentleman Whiskey Reading Time, and that's when I drink. That's when I read books about old wooden ships and I drink whiskeys.
I need to follow you on Spotify because that sounds really interesting.
Yeah. I've got the New Good, which is kind of where I put all the shit. I've got bad electronic music I used to like. That's got the stuff that I used to go to the Illegals listening to this stuff with JTP before we knew each other. I don't know if you also don't listen to our show, I imagine, but JTP and I figured out a couple episodes back that he and I went to the same illegal drags at the same time and most likely saw each other at some point, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so some Ian Van Dahl, some Lasgo, some Robert Miles, if those names you know. I've got songs my mom will probably like. I make my mom playlists.
I like that.
I've got one called Oops, I Feel Bad. And that's when I want to feel bad and listen to music that makes me feel bad. I listen to that one.
So it's like Dashboard Confessional or what?
No, it's got Mew, Jeremy Messersmith.
Yeah.
My favorite band, Copeland. It's just emo. It's just some real sad emo. Then I've got Peck Juice jams. That's what I do when I hit the gym.
Peck Juice.
Peck Juice.
That makes me not want to hit the gym.
You got to get that peck juice. You got to juice on those pecs.
That's gross.
You got to wail on your pecs to get the peck juice.
I'm going to wail on my pecs.
Then I've got the album the place called Deal With It, which is hair metal and Viking metal. I'd like to think that one's kind of inspired by Matt Powers' Deal With It thing because he was listening to a lot of that stuff back in the day.
Yo, shout out to Matt Powers and what was his little his entourage? What do they call themselves? It was
Powerpuff Girls.
No, they should have. Yeah. Oh my God, they should have. But yeah, it was cool. Like I miss that vibe in professional drifting. Powers.
He was the reason I got into drifting. No joke. The Speed Hunters article shot by Limburg of the Green S14 with Matt Powers is the reason I got into drifting. I was already interested in drifting, but it is the reason why I bought my S14. Is the reason why I started making videos of that S14. Why I'm talking to you today, Nicholas.
Just like JTP burying the Green FC into the wall at Long Beach, I feel like people always reference Powers when they talk about privateer programs because Matt brought that stickerless grassroots KAT car. Street Shark, drove it there.
Street Shark that to go, I forget, he didn't beat Daigo. Brian or Paco, the stats nerds can probably tell me better. But
Brian.
When he Street Sharked his S14 to Irwindale, he didn't beat Daigo, but he got like a one more time when Daigo was having his crazy dominant year, I think. And he was just in his KAT powered green.
I think you got the year wrong on that. Last time I think 2009 was when he was in the green KAT powered, but he did make it to the Final Four in Irwindale that year.
That's right. Yeah, there was something. I'm completely.
I think it was against Tanner Faust, is what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yo, have you guys ever had Matt on an episode?
No, we tried. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit.
Oh, he's surfing and making coffee now, and he's
the only two pro drifters that, granted, Matt is not current in the league, but the only people we've not had on the show that are, I'd say, top 32 in the past 5-ish years are pretty much Matt Powers, Forrest Wang, and Peter Witzek. I'm working real hard on Peter, but he doesn't give a shit either. All three of them just don't give a shit about it.
We tried summoning Peter with a Candyman meme.
Yeah, I like that meme.
I saw that. Yeah, it was a good meme today. Good job, guys.
Let me finish up these playlists because I think it's really important. I'm just going to go through them quickly. jams from the day, and then in parentheses, it was a Wednesday. And that's the one that's got a lot of views, story of the year, cursive, Taking Back Sunday, you know the rest. And then I've got Bad 80s, which is really strong. Let's Get Him, Falcor is the name of my actual.
I think we lost Nick.
No, he flip his phone.
Did you flip your phone?
No, he's gone.
I think his phone.
Call.
I think his phone.
Did I scare him away with my Spotify playlist?
Or his,
halfway through the list
or
of
his phone
drivers.
died. He probably didn't plug it and he just died. So
probably.
All right. Well, I better keep going through my list. This is the last one that matters. Full Jam with a Z, 2015, #1 hits. That's a good
nice
playlist, I think.
Well,
let's call back Nick.
Let's see if we can get him back. While you guys try to get him back, let's go with the list of drivers that we need to approve. I mean that got
Nick,
approved.
It's got to be here. Paco, since we gotta get through that. What's Paco? Do you use Spotify?
No.
What the fuck's wrong? Paco, I can ask you a question.
I'm a Pandora boy.
I got a question for you, Paco. Here,
please.
Are you living or just existing?
Both.
Very good. That's a good answer.
It's
if you were Italian, what would your first name be?
Francesco.
Wow. When was the last time you wished you were drunk?
An hour ago.
Okay. One more. Brian, is Nick not answering? His phone's probably dead.
He's not answering.
Yeah, I think his phone probably died. So, one last question and.
What is your favorite dog?
My favorite dog? The hot dog.
God damn it! You answered that with prestige.
Ah, thank you. I mean, I like to think of myself as a hot dog connoisseur.
All right, so Nick, we'll try to get him back. But in the meantime, we'll continue on the list with a little bit less insight. Unfortunately, Nick's not here.
It's fine. The list has a lot of detail.
Yeah,
So,
this one, next guy is Savage Saliva.
Savage Saliva is very known for this his hit song "Click Click Boom" from 2001.
Actual name Savio Silva.
Yeah.
And he's fucking up by not driving Sylvia. It just has 240 SX here.
Yeah.
So, but that's close, obviously. So good on him.
He's one of the Drift HQ boys.
Yeah, the 408 stroker and 256 trans. Oh, look who decides to show up again.
We were just doing just right.
With the cat dragged in. No, so my headphones are out.
I'm sorry that you weren't. I'm sorry you weren't entertained by my playlists on Spotify. I thought that was high quality content.
I'm genuinely upset that I missed all of your playlists because I was taking notes.
I thought that Cool Jam's #1 hits was a good playlist.
No, it is. It's a great. It's a monumental playlist in my.
You weren't even here for it, Nick. You don't even know.
Well, maybe
that was a test.
Start following you on Spotify. So
Kids Bob is Sam's favorite playlist anyway. So
Kids Bob followed the ball. Yeah,
I do like a Kids Bob on when I'm making love. I listen to Kids Bob.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very appropriate.
So we just talked about Save Your Saliva.
Yeah, Save Your Saliva. He's also Drift HQ from Southern
We
Florida.
already said that, Nick. You would know if you were here.
Well, tried to fucking right.
Ryan, why though? Yes.
Okay.
Ryan YZO. Ryan Eco.
Eco.
There you go.
That's another
Night Owl.
Night Owl driver. Yeah.
He's a real night owl. He stays up all real late.
240
Real
SX.
late. Dude's probably in bed already.
Single turbo LS. That's probably gonna be a ripper.
Yeah, should be good.
Why do you say it like that? Why do you is it double turbo, not a twin turbo, not a ripper pocket?
No, I mean just not that common to see party cars with LS turbos. Just
it seems like too much motor for a party car.
It's a lot for a party car.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, and I don't mean to knock on Eco at all, but I don't know if he's driven Gridlife in the past. I know Night Owl's always been there, or for at least the past 2 or 3 years, Night Owl's been there. I'm not sure if Ryan's driven with us in the past, but the car is certainly up to snuff, and the Night Owl guys are always good to have there, so it should be fun.
And then Richard Thickdick is next. He said, and like he said in his interview, his engine modifications are just everything deleted, except alternator, which is hilarious. I didn't
Trans-flush and like the tires.
Got all my wheels balanced on. Paco, you can say the next one with an extreme Spanish flourish if you'd like.
Carlos Hernandez from Sugar Hill.
Garage. That's Carlos C1 from Top Garage.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
You want to say the next one, Sam?
Matt Magnuson. He designed the supercharger. Enough said.
350Z with a 6-liter V8.
That's
Is it just an LS?
That's Matt the Ginge, is what they call him. Schulman, our first guest, Matt Schulman referenced Matt the Ginge. One of my fellow redheads, Matt Mogensen, I believe is how you pronounce it, but he's
Soulless Heathens.
And, I really want to know what his V8 is, though. You just said 6-liter V8.
It's probably an LS base 6-liter.
LQ, I don't know if it's
LQ9.
But it's an LS base 350Z. Yeah.
Is he ashamed of his LS?
No, I think he just assumed that we knew the difference.
Well, what if it's a 6-liter?
I know, it's probably
what if it's
LQ9.
a 6-liter like Cadillac V8? We'll never know. I guess that's an LS too. Fuck.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
What if it's a 6-liter Ford? What's the engine you gotta all you dorks have a boner for? Paco and Brian, the Ford Australian V8 that y'all are hard up about.
It's not 6-liter though.
You mean
it's not a V8?
You mean the inline 6? The Barra?
It's 4-liter.
Yeah, sorry. My bad. I got confused. Let's talk about that motor real quick. Why do you like it?
No, we don't know. What? We're gonna talk about this motor?
Yeah, I always forget what it is. It's these guys go nuts over it. It's a 6-liter Ford, or not 6-liter. It's an inline 6.
4-liter inline 6 turbo from Ford.
Enough said, dude.
Yeah.
4-liter inline 6. Inline 6s are fucking dinosaurs, dude.
Well,
wow, Nick.
I mean, tell
that to the newest Supra.
Yeah, tell that to the new Supra, exactly.
No, I don't have to. The internet did it for me.
Ooh, we had one at our RS Coffee Wednesday next to a bunch of old Supras, and boy, does that car not look that good.
It's a good-looking car. It's a really, really good-looking Z4, dude.
Z4 looks better, definitely, hands down.
Ooh, there it is. I wasn't gonna say it.
Definitely. Well, the problem is useless shit. Plastic vents, butt roof. It looks like a skinny car that they done made big. It's weird.
I think
I'm not sure. I can't remember who rendered it, but someone rendered like URAS. Was it Kaiser that? No, it wasn't Kaiser render. Was it the URAS stuff, like the white car with the green like logo?
It looks very good when it's done right. Absolutely, and I think a bumper that changed that weird F1 looking nose with like a just regular grille makes the car a huge favor. So far,
like the throwback bumper style, like when they put like the Mark IV bumper on the Mark.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Updated a little bit, and it looks sick.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that style of bumper just looks very good, but I kind of agree. I just can't take fake vents. It's just like, ugh. I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's very American.
In the YouTube, Matt Schulman says Ethan is anxious waiting to hear his name. So let's just skip that one.
Oh, there he goes. The next one on the list.
And then Steven Toretto. He's a brother of Vinny Diesel in the movie. Yeah. You remember him? He was actually cut in the first cut of Fast and Furious because apparently they didn't.
He tried out and he was too short and had too much hair or too tall.
But they filmed the scene. They filmed the full frontal male nudity scene for Fast and Furious 1 with Steven Toretto, and then they're like this dude's dinger is gonna gross people out because it's too big.
Yeah, it was too much. It was like a kneecap hanger.
Yeah, hanging out the side of his BQ35 bolt-on and tuned 350Z.
Look out for that, yeah.
All right, let's go to Ethan. Ethan.
Hog Dog.
Hodgepodge.
No, Ethan Hog Dog. I like that.
Ethan Hot Dog.
Coming all the way from Vero Beach, he's got a cage and angle bolt-ons in his Z.
350Z.
Track experience, a long time. That must really impress you, Nick, when you saw that.
He had me a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I spoke with Ethan again today, and if I'm not mistaken, it's another Florida driver. Ethan.
What's with these Florida dudes? Come on, man.
Dude, honestly, I think we really kind of like sparked some interest just with the OSW crowd between Pat Gooden and myself, and having Adam LZ at Midwest and Pat Gooden being a returning
champion.
Grand Wizard of
champion. Yeah. But no, it's really cool to have a lot more drivers coming out from Florida.
No, Florida drifting is obviously a big deal.
It's a thing.
No, it's great. Yeah,
they're like the opposite of Washington drifting.
Yeah,
they're skilled. They're skilled as well, but one state is cool and one is America's dick, a big wet dick.
Yeah, there it is.
But not to say that people from Florida aren't great. Pat Gooden is my favorite person on earth, and there's a bunch of other very cool people down there. But your state does suck.
There's
no, I agree with that.
There's one more. There's one more guest that we tried to call, but we couldn't get a hold of him. But it's not on the list. Should we mention?
Who's that?
Our little
Jeff.
Little baby boy, Jeff, iron shoulder.
Jeff Metalfoot.
That's Stone Cold Stoneback.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve. Someone told me that Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't want to be called Stone Cold Steve Austin anymore.
What?
Well, it's because he heard about Stone Cold Stoneback and couldn't fill the shoes. So
that's
wow.
True.
Yeah.
I like the idea of calling him Icy Stephen A. As a result.
Ooh, I'm into that. Yeah.
Icy Steve.
Yeah.
Icy Steven.
Stoneback's gonna be there. So as I mentioned earlier, so Stoneback is gonna be debuting not a new chassis, but a new version of one of his S15s.
Automatic.
I don't want to spoil too much. It's an automatic NA SR.
Yeah.
KA.
No, it's gonna be really, really cool.
Nice.
He's put a lot of work and time into getting this car ready for Gridlife, and it's gonna be a very, very, very special car, really good looking car, as most people would expect from Jeff. But I think so. We tried to call him earlier. Jeff's in Philadelphia, and I think he was probably just spending time with his wife and kid, and
what an asshole.
Ready. So what an asshole, dude.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What a Stoneback.
Yeah, what a Stoneback.
Nick, I think that we should close this out with a couple questions for you from our humble fan base here.
Sure.
This one is from Maya He, Maya Ho, Maya Ha Ha.
Oh.
And they say, is it true all women want a man's penis to be 8 inches or bigger?
Wow.
Okay.
I don't know how this happened.
There's no way. There's no way. I've been with too many that agree otherwise. Is all I'm gonna say.
I have a question right here from not Nick Swan. He's asking, how much do you love being confused with your alter ego, Kyle Cross?
No, it's fun. I mean, I get it. Kyle's a way back homie, but Kyle Cross is also the reason that this beard will not make it to 2020.
Oh, really?
What do you mean?
New year, you'll see Babyface Swan. I promise.
What?
Why do you have to do that?
Huh?
Why?
I just want to. Beards are cool, man. They grow on you. You cut it off, it grows back. Like whatever. It's time for a change. I want to cut the beard off, and I haven't told many people, but yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it off.
This is some good information we're getting. This is you heard it here first.
Yeah, and only people that tune in will know. I plan on it might be New Year's Eve at 11:59. I don't know, but I promised myself that come January. I don't want to do it mid-season. You know what I mean?
You can't spring up.
You got to think about Tinder and Bumble.
Yeah.
Because I can't.
Well,
I'm going to be banking on current photos.
That was Ryan. That was Ryan Little's mistake. He shaved mid-season
immediately before Gridlife.
And nobody knew who he was.
Now that I think about it, Nick, now that everyone's seen you like this, what say you shave on Thursday of next week? Let's do it.
That's not out of the. That's not. I would be. I'm not down. Put it that way.
Paco, can we get one of our Patreons to do a raffle and see who gets to shave Nick Swan?
Ooh, that'd be
a good move.
I'm down. Let's do it.
I'm not opposed to it.
Perfect.
I get it, man. Like I look at Nick. Granted, I never had anything as glorious as your Viking beard, but I did have a kind of a thick, bushy Jew beard for most of the halftime show season last year, and then I've been rocking just like the close, like once a week. I'll take the buzzer on like the tightest guard and just shave it. It feels very nice and clean.
It feels good.
Yeah,
it feels good.
Fresh.
Having a big bushy beard it felt good at times, but by and large it was just itchy.
Yeah.
For me.
And for the viewers and listeners and for you guys, like I haven't put a straight razor on my face since 2003.
Don't razor it. You're insane. Just give it a good buzz. Or you want to
I want to go
baby face.
Yeah.
He's going Brazilian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full Brazilian. Like just wax it.
Yep. I'm gonna wax my face for you, Paco.
Perfect. And one of our patrons will be the one pulling out the wax strips.
Yeah. First person who posts the entire Declaration of Independence in YouTube chat gets to shave Nick.
We have to steal the Declaration of Independence.
I'm very excited to potentially see that beautiful face and to rub it because that's all I did to Ryan Literal, and he did not like it. And then
and he's already on the rebound. He's already got a beard coming back.
Yeah, no, he'll shave it up before.
I don't think his girl likes it.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I mean, he grew it back pretty quick, so she might have had something to do with that.
Well, it's a real man. That's what real men do.
One final question, Nick, before we head out. What's the last thing you rubbed / someone rubbed all over your body?
Man, that's a depressing question because I don't rub anything on myself.
It's very noticeable that at every Gridlife you do not wear sunscreen.
Oh no, you're right. It would be something. Well, okay, you're right. I do, but you're
rarely do you.
I spray. I do the spray on stuff, and
it isn't enough. You're always sunburned, Nick. I hate to be the one.
I always have some like day of color. It fades within like 24 hours.
Yeah.
I usually spray on sunscreen. I ran out for St. Louis last weekend at FD, and I used some like rub-on stuff, but I sweat a fucking ton, especially when it's that humid.
Oh yeah, you and me both.
So I sweat it off, and I got burnt last weekend. But man, like according to my memory, I got to give a shout out to the Gridlife guys like Chris Stewart and Mike Cohn and Gabe. We all went to get a deep tissue massage on the Sunday or the Saturday following SEMA.
Yeah, I need
that. And I got pretty oiled up that day. I gotta say it was a great day.
Have you ever had a true Thai massage? I'm not talking happy Andy shit. Grow up, guys. I'm talking about like a little Thai lady that just like crawls all over you and like walks on your back and like pushes her foot in your groin and hurts you.
No, I'm all about it though because I will say that Greg Bucell turned me on to like foot massages, like even the cheap ones. Like
I'm too ticklish. I'm too ticklish.
I'm kind of ticklish, but if it's like digging deep enough, I'll suck it up and deal with it.
Whoa.
I told my girl that like maybe I want to get like a pedicure. I want to have nice toenails because my toenails are kind of like Hobbit like. And she's like, I don't think you can handle it. I'm like, I can do it. And she's like, okay, well, let me touch your foot for 1 second. And then she did, and I lost my mind and kicked her in the face.
Yeah, you're not cut out for it, dude.
No, I'm not cut out for that.
No.
Happy ending toe massage, maybe.
Yeah. Now we'll coordinate. We'll coordinate our trips out of Atlanta after next weekend. Greg's got a great foot massage place in Atlanta. So
I'm leaving midday Sunday. And
never mind then.
Can we just leave? Can you just leave your job for the day and then?
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever. See you when I see you, man. Like, I live. We're not far from each other. During the week, we can always hang out and get dinner, so it's not a big deal.
What do you mean we're not far from each other?
I'm kidding. I'm being sarcastic. We never hang out. You should stick around every now and then.
I can't because I have to go to Texas to shoot a Snap-on show.
Oh. Well, speaking of happy endings.
Yeah, this is the happiest ending.
Let's just fucking hem this thing up.
Before we go.
It's too bad that we don't get to title these episodes because it just is the Gridlife pre-show 2019. But that'd be a good title for the show. Speaking of happy endings.
Yeah.
I like
Speaking
that,
of happy endings.
Speaking of happy endings, listen to this thing all the way to the end.
Oh, yeah.
This is good. I think we've got a solid. What are we at right now? We are at a solid 3 hours.
3 hours.
That's a good time. It's not 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yo, the last one was a little. I don't want to say it was a little much, but it was a little much.
Well, we can close with a super chat because.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Ethan Hot Dog, who apparently was being bullied by Matt Schulman, he decided to go on the super chat and just flex hard. And literally, he dropped $20 on Schulman's face and literally said,
"Just want to flex on Schulman."
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Ethan.
Now, if any of you other want to flex, let us know. White Claw cases are going for like $17 a pop these days, and for Alpine Horizon, I literally used my entire amount of money
budget.
I'm getting paid to go to Gridlife on White Claws for everyone.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean,
That's
I'm
break even, dude. Yeah.
I'm out there to have a good time, or a long time, not to have a good time.
Yeah.
And honestly, it is a delight that Chris Stewart and the Gridlife staff has been nice enough to reach out to us many years ago.
And I'm going to go on I'm going to debunk all the theories. I'm going to debunk all the theories. You don't get paid enough. You spend a lot of money on White Claw. Like
I do.
You're rich. You get rich off this shit.
What do you mean? I get rich off that. I get rich in friendship by handing out White Claws all day. I bought 8 or 10 packs at Alpine, and they were all gone.
All gone.
All gone. Because Greg and I rolled around and handed out claws.
I can literally count on 2 hands how many claws I had the entire time I was there.
What the fuck's wrong with you, dude?
I was working, man. I'm going to try to step up for South, but no promises,
Yeah. Well, good luck. I appreciate it. And when I come up to the line riding passenger in one of my bros' cars, I'll take my open White Claw and hand it to you.
If you hand it to me, we'll shotgun on grid. But I shouldn't have.
Should have said
wrong thing to say online.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It'll be okay. I love you, Nick. Thank you for spending time with us, and thank you to you and the rest of the Gridlife family for making the coolest automotive drift party events.
Thank you.
Out there. And we're very, very excited to see you and the rest of the Gridlife family next week at Gridlife South at the Road Atlanta Michelin Tire
Roadway Raceway thing. Yeah.
I gotta say
next week.
The thing I'm more excited about is the wings. I can wait.
Greg might not have wings because he broke his wing. We'll see.
Yeah,
but there will be ATL wings. We can definitely get some wings.
Yeah, you gotta get that lemon pepper wet, man.
And I want to go on record saying lemon pepper, regardless, trash.
What?
No.
All right. Hey, hang up on him, Brian. Get this human.
I'm looking out for the people that I love.
Not tolerate. Hang up.
No. Goodbye, Nick. Hate you.
Love you guys.
Goodbye forever.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. This was the 2019 Gridlife South special.
We love you. Go to Gridlife.
Can we replace Corey's name with my name? Hosted by, please.
Lemon pepper wet for life. Good night, guys.
Lemon pepper wet, never.